Hey everybody, welcome to episode 1. My nights are ready. We're doing some final stuff in the background. We got about 5 minutes left on the clock. Grab yourself something to drink. We'll start the show off with a little bit of a recap and some announcements, and then a show and tell of what might be the worst, best discovery of all time. We'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. I see Streamloot cards being played. Thank you for those that are doing it. I see a Lemmy in the show. We haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. For those who asked me about the patches that were sent out, I'm looking into it. I don't know what is taking the post office so long to send their shit, since most of them have got batched with people, and some people have gotten their stuff while others haven't yet. USPS, the nightmare of every solo entrepreneur right now. So we'll be live in a few, and get ready for a pretty wild episode 1. We're testing something really quick for somebody in here to see if they're getting their lovely echo of last week.
In your general direction. Everybody. I can't stop from sinning. My halo's just a hole. Deeper that I get inside you, the deeper you will fall. Say that God's a weapon, well I'm a hand grenade. Try to take this ring from me, watch me detonate.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. This is episode 1 of our Mythic Bastionlands campaign. This is Royal Bones. Before we dig in deep, I want to give a little bit of a recap for our character creation. We went through and made 3 squires. We played through a couple hours of gameplay and then rolled for their knights, except for one person who decided to pick up the mantle of the lost barbed knight. This is the same person who taught them, showed them how to wield their weapons and how to be the knights of the realm. And this group traveled for about 6 years in another realm training and then came back here. You may wonder, why would you go train in another realm? Well, if you're training somebody, isn't it easier to have them make all their mistakes in another country than it is to have them make mistakes in their own realm? They come back, these heroes that are well trained, and the things that they did wrong are left elsewhere. Except for the fact that that same realm went to war with the realm they're from. And all things are going to hell in a handbasket. On top of that, the bell just rung that the queen is now dead. And they just lost the king to regicide during the war. So now we are in a really, really bad place. I would say it's almost as bad as these new candies. Yes, that's right. My lord sucks, everybody. And it says do not enjoy on the container. For those who want to know, I have some old-timey candy. I haven't tried these yet. I don't know how bad they are. They come in many different sizes, but they're like the old candies that you got, like old school. And they say Malort sucks on the candy. So, oh, that's bad. That might be worse than the alcohol. So welcome to Mythic Bastionlands, everybody. I figured I'm going to do wrong to them. I might as well start by doing wrong to me in the beginning. Let's get the cast over here. We left them off 4 weeks after they were knighted at the tail end of the Feast of the Summer. Every season has their own kind of events, and this one is a summer feast. But as that was happening, a horse could have been seen in the distance dragging a body out of a grave as other people were raising up out of the graves, and the very queen laying on the slab as the horn was going up sits up, camera focused on her, covered in blood. And we're going to go to the knights and see how we want to handle this. I don't know if they're going to be able to, but we'll see. So we have were you fine? Adam's like totally leaning out of frame.
Sorry, I was typing.
He's like, dear diary, today we died.
No.
Oh, we got armor.
It'll be the first
Look
time
at this.
I have.
You have armor on, contacts. Here I am bitching about my beard splitting. You guys are all dressed up. So we left you in the city of Darkfall. This is a holding. We have the map of the city here. It sits against the, let me get the name of the actual swamp for you here. Hold on. I think it is the Sodden Swamp. It sits against the Sodden Swamp. It is a plateaued city that goes up, and then the drop into the Sodden Swamp is like 100 feet. A canopy of trees overhangs over the back plateau of the city, covering it in shadow almost every day of the week. You barely see sun along this back half. The person who runs this hold is different than the person who ran it when you left. The retired Knight of the Meteor runs the city of Darkfall now. Very, very well-spoken, low rumbling voice. He's been known to have prophetic dreams. And this problem is not new to Darkfall. It's new to you all. This wasn't happening when you guys left. You left at the same time. You left during this feast and came back during this feast. So let's pull the map up so the audience can see it as well here. Your group is currently just outside of Low Green at the Citadel. And in the basement of that Citadel is where you guys were all armed up 4 weeks ago. I have each of yours. You should be able to move them on the map. I made them a little larger so we can see them. Every name on here is correct. So if you ever need to name anything, you know the names of the places and the locations here and so on. The skulls are the war bands of undead that have raised out of crypts, out of graveyards outside, and the corners. And then for the families that work the fields, people who've been buried out here between the farmers have been raised. And then the crypt one is the one right across the street from you. The sword icons are the war bands that the city has. They used to have 10. There's now 3. Now, I did say to the audience and to you guys that the gifts do something. Every 10 gift cards that are played for this episode, including the ones that are played in the past, allow them to pick a piece of war machinery to have on site. I'm using Sterling today because Adobe can lick my balls, and we're going to see how this turns out. Because so far it scrolls real pretty. It's real smooth. It runs well. But down here, there's artillery. And I'm going to click out 10 cards, combining Nessie, Serving Hands, and I believe that's everybody for those cards. You get to pick one artillery or piece of siegery. What would the group like to say is in this town and still functioning? Out of those, Siege Tower, Battering Ram, Stone Thrower, Bolt Launcher, Trebuchet.
Bolt launcher or boat launcher?
Bolt, B-O-L-T, Bolt.
How big are these bolts?
Like ballistas. That's what that is. It's a big ballista. But it only hits single target. The only things that have blast are Stone Thrower and Trebuchet.
I think Trebuchet.
The trebuchet. One of those.
Can I ask what a trebuchet is?
Trebuchet is the big arm that flings rocks usually.
Oh, so that's the
Big
rock
old
thrower
slingshot.
too.
Yeah, the problem with the Trebuchet, though, is it is immobile. Wherever we put it on the map, it fucking stays there. It can't pivot, it can't turn, it can't aim, it shoots in a direction.
We can't move it.
Stone
But
takes-
Stone Thrower.
A Stone Thrower, you can turn it.
Let's do that.
We're doing that.
All right, so we're going to do a Stone Thrower. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to grab, let's see, what icon do I want to use? So what would be a good, is there a rock here? Do we get a rock?
Just a rock.
Well, you know what? We'll use this. We'll use the arrows. That's a pretty good representation. You should be able to move that. Where along the wall do you want to put it? Pumpkin chucking, Nessie says. Yes, pumpkin chucking is right.
Where are they coming in from?
All of the skulls.
All the skulls.
One warband of them is already in the city. It's crawling out the crypts.
Maybe at the old gate, because we have a warband on the outside at the little gate and another one inside.
The old gates, I believe.
Just directly down.
Now I'm gonna scroll to the back of the book here. This is page 11. We're gonna go to the back, and I'm gonna do this for the first couple shows for everybody. But there is an important piece of how the game is played that you have to remember. Go all in the back of the book. Loading's a little slow there. You got to seek the myths, honor the seers, protect the realm. That if you never know what to do, those are your jobs. Pretty simple.
Protect the realm, no matter what.
Yep. Take us back to 11. So we picked up ourselves a stone thrower. It does a D12 blast, which means when it hits a unit. So it's a D12 versus them, and you have a chance of messing up a unit. You don't know how many hit points and all that kind of stuff that they have. I will tell you that your militia has a vigor of 10, clarity of 10, and a spirit of 7, and 3 guard. If you remember how this works, guard takes a hit first. If you get a break, it comes back, and then it goes to vigor. Yeah, just put 10, 10, 7, 3. Like, that's kind of the order for stats in this game. V10, C, V10, C10, S7, 3 guard.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could redo it as CVS if you want to do the order differently, but they do have crude pole arms. Yeah, right, exactly. They do have a pole arm, and it's long, so it has reach. All right. There's only one other rule about warfare that you need to know, because this is warfare.
Okay.
We don't have time to recruit new soldiers easily, unless you're going to announce through like the horn that is currently announcing that the queen died. It's really hard to get more people to rally other than what already exists. If you had time leading up, like an army was coming in, you had days to like rally farmers and stuff, you could. But you can lead a squad. So if you go out and lead a war band, you add their dice to whatever your dice pool is. And your dice now become a blast without having to roll your feet to do an AoE effect. That's the bonus from leading at the front. But it also means that you can be targeted.
My other question is for the stone.
The stone thrower?
Oh my gosh, stone thrower. Yeah, I don't know. I was going to say stone wall. It's not stone wall. Yeah. So for the thrower, do we have to basically tell the band to go over to that particular?
I will say that there's people who operate it.
Okay.
Because it's the first one. After the first one, if we get 10 more played and you pick another one in the city, you're going to have to find people to arm it.
Okay.
And like actually alley like a team to use it. So stone thrower, D12, and you got blast. All right, cool. And I will say right now, they are cranking out gift cards for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 done. If you get another 10, I'll give you another one.
All right.
So with that, you guys are, I would say, probably eating at the feast that is currently at that main citadel that is in the center here. This is where the retired meteor knight is. And while the feast is going on, people start panicking. They're here. It's happening again. And people start leaving. And you see the first warband go out of the citadel, arm up, and they go to the crypts and they start fighting that first group at the crypts. In a matter of like 10 minutes, they arm and get themselves out there. Squires start donning armor on them. The Meteor Knight looks to all of you and says, I hate this to be your 6-year welcoming back. This is not what is planned, but for the last 3 years, these attacks from these undead just keep getting worse. Every feast, this happens.
Is it shot in the water?
They come from the crypts and from the ground. It's something brings them back. I don't know what it is.
Do they have a weakness? Fire? Anything?
We have had success with the stone throwers. You're like on the 3rd floor in this place eating. He points out the window to the wall. Where are you guys putting it at? Where are you putting the stone thrower?
Oh,
I think we said
anywhere on the wall. It has to be on the wall somewhere.
yeah, the old gate.
Right by the
You guys can move it. Yep, done. Kaboom. By the old gate. He says, we have that. We had other war machines, but we are short people to use them. We would have to give up war bands. We can't have our soldiers not protecting the gates and the people. And you can hear horns go off throughout Darkfall. If Diane and Adam are having flashback feelings to Dragonlance, I don't apologize.
Oh.
No, oh, very much so.
So what does the group want to do? There's really no combat rounds in this. It's just about making decisions and being knights. The Meteor Knight stands up. He walks over to the wall, and he grabs it. It's like a rod on the wall, like 2-hand width. He pulls it off, and out of it comes like these constellation star fields with a meteor on the end kind of orbiting.
That's cool.
He's like, I will go to the front lines at the old gate to make sure that the thrower is good and protect it from people coming in. Where should I find you if we are successful?
I believe we should seek you out once we have handled things here.
All right, if that's what you think is right. And he will move here. I'm going to put a blue circle around him so you can kind of have an idea of which one's him. He heads out and starts making his way through the city. His noble guard, he tells them no. He's like honor guard, and he says, no, go to the other gate. And his squire also goes to the other gate. And he starts going this way.
Those at Little Gate, I believe, should help those who are on the outside, the band. The ones who seem to be surrounded
Sending them forward.
by the undead.
We usually don't send anyone outside the walls. Unfortunately, the last time we had that happen, not only did the undead make it in, the ones who died inside raised.
No, what I'm suggesting is that they go to the end of Little Gate in order to attack from up above. to
Correct,
have
yes.
advantage.
No one's going outside, besides the group we have outside stationed.
But they definitely should be supported.
Well, then we're going to do what we can. They have their positions. Are you going to go meet one over there? So that'd obviously be before he leaves the Citadel then, if we're having this conversation.
I mean, if he's going over to the old gate, and we do have some groups by the little gate, it looks like we also need help over at Eggtown, at that gate as well too. Maybe perhaps we all might have to split up a little bit and see if we can divide and conquer, if we can.
Thomas,
Well-
I believe you're correct.
or actually, it seems like maybe Eggtown might be the best place for the three of us to go to. It doesn't seem like we really have anyone over that way. Perhaps on our way there, we stop by the crypt, see if they have any help or anybody that they can spare. Perhaps we help them out quickly with the crypts, then we can make our way over to Eggtown as well.
What do you say, Esme?
I agree. Go over to Eggtown and take up there. Take up post.
He says, I trust you can figure this out. And he bolts because he wants to be, because there's only 3 people manning the trebuchet. So he's running and he gets on his horse and heads out.
But I do believe...
His
I do
horse
believe that
flies as you see it leave off the tower.
Wow.
He's got a constellation winged Pegasus.
Can we move those at Little Gate closer to the edge of the gate in order to be able to attack those that are surrounding?
You're talking about this group
outside
here?
Forces?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just
Yes.
marshaling here is what's going on.
Because I don't believe that they're in range of the undead from that distance.
Nope.
No, they should be at the front of that gate, the little gate.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make it to the gate at least. Prevent them from coming through. But,
So, is the group splitting? Is that what you're deciding on?
No.
I'm trying to give instruction. You there, tell those at Little Gate to move closer to the edge.
So a random person. Gotcha. Like a crier is gonna go.
Send her
I
in.
didn't know if one of you were going.
No.
No, we're telling you there.
Yes, sir.
Go tell them to get closer to the edge of the wall in order to back up those forces that are surrounded by the undead.
One of the knights splits from this warband and heads across town.
Beautiful.
right. Okay. We should
Head over to.
yeah. Check. I mean, if we can head by the crypt, see if we could help for a moment, and then make our way over to Eggtown.
So
With
if,
haste.
if you look in the lower left, each square is 500 meters. It's a pretty big space.
Oh, big. Oh, I got you.
Like the squares are 500 meters roughly. So it's a pretty big area that you're moving. You're going through one square to get there, which I'm going to do one round of attacks between the guys holding it off and the skeletons. Audience, you're going to be rolling for the warbands if they're by themselves. Can I get a D8 roll from you all? I'm going to roll on my end as well. I'm going to roll on the table since I'm rolling opposed by you, or to you. Let me grab these. Oh, yes, sure. Continuous guest, please. Please do your job. No? No? Okay, we're going to use mine then. I roll a D6, and then I roll a D12. You guys roll a D8. Let's see what the audience gets us. Maybe they can save the group. Maybe they can save the group. Let me trying to find my other party area. Is this one?
Star Drew.
Is it this one?
Hey.
7. That's pretty good.
Not too shabby.
It's not too bad. Where's my other 4 cam? There we go. I need to
It's an 8.
fix this.
Starting hot, friends.
An 8 is... A 7's good. That means you're going to get you would get a gambit, but you want to do just damage in this. Otherwise, you would not be able to do any damage. You can't just do a gambit. Let me make sure this works. It's making me sign into my dice account. Yeah, I know. It's very annoying. I've had this account's already working. Why are you making me do this? Sure, great. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's logged in. That's wonderful. Great. That's great. Enter on the site. I will roll separate now, then, since I can't get the dice roller to work while that's loading itself. I got a D8 and a D6. I only get a 4 and a 1. So I do 4 points of damage against them, and you guys do 7 against me.
Nice.
I knock their guard down to 0. They take 1 vigor for your group, so they have 10. They take 1. Their guard is 3, and that is gone now. But they're still up. They're still up. I'm still up as well, though. All right. With that, the other groups are moving to their positions. You can hear combat outside. What are our 3 knights doing? Are they just going to the crypt as a group?
Yeah.
Or are you going to split up? Remember, you have the ability to attack an entire warband on your own. You sure you want to go all together? I know the split the party is scary.
I mean, if we all go, I mean, I'm all right with continuing on to 8 Town. And I can try to report back, send somebody back to the 2 of you.
Oh.
I'll
Perhaps
get
I
you-
should
I'll
go and meet up with those at Little Gate.
Yeah? I think that's good. I think that's good too. No, good idea. We're going to split us.
Okay.
Right?
So
I'll drop you off at the crypts and I'll make my way over to Eggtown.
your horses are all outside. You don't have to
Horse.
fight too much. Oh, sorry. 1 horse.
One horse.
One
Yeah,
horse.
one horse.
Baxter is a Komodo dragon.
That's true.
being
It's true.
thing.
So you have a Komodo
That's
dragon,
right.
1 real horse with 1 fake knight.
I think it's Mucky.
Hey, it's definitely a real boy. Definitely.
And Diana, what does yours end up being? What did your mount end up being with your knight?
Black jaguar.
Are you fucking serious? Okay,
'Cause I wanted something,
Skeletor.
like, dark.
Nice.
Let me go get your castle here.
Because it's sneaky.
Let me blow off Snake Mountain for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is her name Cruella?
No, I haven't named
Oh no,
it
you said
yet.
Jaguar, not a.
I haven't named it yet.
You haven't named it yet?
Oh my gosh.
Well, don't let the audience do it.
No.
Well, I mean, they're gonna do it to you. They're just gonna do it, and you're gonna be SOL.
So Baxter, we have a Komodo dragon. Kibby is a horse, and then we
Kibby.
have a jaguar.
Kibby or Kimmy?
Kibby,
What's Kibby?
Kibby,
Kibby's your horse?
Kibby's my horse.
Oh my god!
Oops.
All right, come on, Kibby.
Did you just went for the cutest name possible? Is that did you just want an woo life for your horse? So
Baxter, we're off.
so
Little
everybody,
Gates.
every pass we do on your horse, you or your mount, unless it can fly, you can move 1 of the squares through the
I
city.
moved to-
If you stay on the roads, you can move 2 squares.
Okay.
So go ahead and move yourselves for this first round while we just did our first round of combat. Audience, if I can get a D8 from you for the people who are out front trying to survive.
The crypts are right here, right?
The crypts are right across
I'm
from
right
you.
there.
Yep.
Right there.
Yep. If I can get
I
a
can go over here then. Is that right?
let me go
Or did I
back to
move
where
too
we
far?
let me go back to where we were. Hold on here. Let me look. Where were you moving to?
Over here in this area of that little gate, because I'm trying to meet up with them since there's 2 bands of
Over here?
dead on that side. Yeah.
Okay. So it's squares are those big ones. So if you stay on a road, because they're basically main thoroughfares in the city, you can kind of see them.
Is this a road here?
Any of
that I'm on?
the white strips are roads between.
Okay, so I am okay. Great.
You can move 2 squares if you stay on a road. If you're cutting through stuff, it's 1. Like going through buildings and shit like that, it's 1 square. So you can get to there. And then where's Diana going to?
The crypts.
Okay, and you're gonna go out the gate and go around. Is that what you're doing, Adam?
I was going to go see what was happening at the gates
Okay.
first, and then.
So you would go there and you would get up on top of the wall to look. I'm assuming because they're not going to open the gate for you.
True. Yeah.
They're not allowed to open. I mean, you could try to convince them, but they're supposed to keep the gates closed at all cost. So when you look out into it, over in Eggtown, you can see chickens and hens fleeing from an area, and men in armor, but like hodgepodge, not great, trying to defend that area. It looks like citizens from Eggtown, like a small group of people who are trying to defend their area. Eggtown wasn't here when you originally came 6 years ago. It's a new addition. These are people who built outside the wall as the place has gotten larger.
Makes sense. Okay.
They're doing their best, but they are not going to make it.
Right.
These creatures are just skeletal, really thin skin on them. Like, they don't look good. They look like old bodies, but amongst them, there are some fresher bodies. And you can see the skin, like, flaking off of them in real time as they are turning into undead. So that's what you see at the wall.
That's quick.
You would arrive. Are you going to take the lead of the front unit, Diana? Is your knight, is the key knight, going to step up to the front of that unit?
No. I'm the new knight. No.
No.
You are the least brave little toaster I've ever met. I know we need a brave little toaster gift. That needs to happen. Hold a brave little
Told us
toaster.
not to be in the front.
I didn't tell you anything. I told you how the rules worked.
Yeah, I'm not going. No, I'm not going in the front yet. No.
She's like, fuck you and fuck that. So you're going to stay at the back. So you're just going to command them and literally do nothing for them.
Commanding them, encouraging them.
So you're going to give them a D8 instead of your entire dice pool to fight. All right, sounds great. Nope, too late. You said you're coming up to the back and you're taking the back of it.
Yeah.
You can see how this goes. Audience, you get to roll 2D8 now. I need them separate for this second round. I rolled for the other skeletons out there, and I did not do well for them either. This is going to be so bad. So, 2d8 for you. Well, what are you saying to inspire these war bands of knights that were hoping that the knight was going to come and pick up the front of the line and be a knight?
I swear, I thought you told us.
No,
not to
I
be in
know.
the
Oh, no,
front.
I did not. I said you can get hit in the front. That's all I said.
Mm.
So we got a 7. Oh, that's good. If we can get another 7, we can bolster the damage. See what they get. That's not good enough. So we have 7 whole points of damage. Now I have this that can roll. I'll roll it in here so the at least you all can see it. I'll roll my 2d8. We'll see how it goes. I don't think it's gonna be good for them at all. High 5. I do damage to the squad as well again. This damage is 5 minus their armor, so they take 4. So they are currently at 7 of 10. And then I take 2 more, 4 more, 5 -1, so 4 more points of damage. I am still standing, but pretty messed up. As they careen into them and they're pouring out of the crypts, they have like candelabras they're fighting with. Some have old weapons, some have shields. You in the back can see your force holding, but they're not going to hold forever. They are messed up. Your group is currently at 7 of 10 vigor and no guard left. With that, we'll go over to the new barbed knight running through the city. You can hear the horns going
while
off.
doing that, grabbing the bow that was at the side of Baxter.
Oh, are you
is
going to restring it?
Take the string that was not attached and begin to string as she's riding on the back of Baxter.
Have you ever strung a bow before?
Mm-hmm.
You know how hard that would be to do in the back of a fucking mount?
She's gonna try anyway.
I will say I'm interested. I think this is going to require a roll. I think clarity probably makes the most sense.
She's
for
not
that.
getting off of that. She's not getting off of that. That steed.
Yeah, I would say clarity. Let's see what you get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, fantastic. Okay. No worries. That's
I mean, you should be worried.
I'm saying no worries. I understand that this is absurd, but we're gonna do it anyway. No. But
how much did you fail by?
This.
I have cards.
This is 19.
Oh,
bad,
I don't have that good of cards.
Bad.
You could patch it from somebody in the audience. Does anyone want to give her a patch to re-roll string in this bow? She's like,
and this bow is really nicely made.
Yeah.
So it is that like blackened dark wood.
Mm-hmm.
And then where she's holding it, it's actually like you can see the red fabric is actually it's snakeskin.
oh, look at you. Maybe it was her baby Komodo dragon that she skinned and made the bow.
No,
out
it's
of.
snakeskin. Snakeskin.
It's snake. Oh, for your seer. Yeah, patch 37's available. Serving Hand says re-roll it. String that horse.
Okay.
I mean bow.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. This is for you guys. Pray for our Barb Knight, please.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. This is a 10. And
Meets
clarity
beats
is
it.
11.
We're even better.
Clarity is
You're
11.
right. So you string this bow. When you pull it into shape and the bow kind of forms back, the snake heads on the end curl out and their eyes light up. It begins to hiss and whisper as if the seer is present with you. I need you to give me a spirit save while using the bow for the first time.
Oh.
Now, she didn't have a problem with spirit. Remember, she had an 18. This woman who was using this had an 18 spirit, and she had this bow unstrung.
And unfortunately, my spirit is not as high as the previous Bob Knight.
Oh!
It is it's a 15.
Oh, that's not great.
And my
that's not great.
spirit is an 8.
It's not great. So I'm gonna pull something up here. We will get back to what happens as you're hearing the whispers. But as you ride up onto the group, you can see they're forming and getting everything together, and they're coming out to the main street. They see the knight running in, and they're like, "Oh, thank you, thank the realm. Take lead." And the commander steps aside for you as you're stringing your bow, and it's whispering to you. Are you gonna
Follow
take the
me,
lead?
men.
They are on
Yes.
horses. They are all on horses.
Yes.
They are cavalry. I hear a dog in the background. Nom 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 nom.
Oh, those are all the undead canines outside of the wall. They're hungry. But that's okay. We're hungrier for defeat of these ragged bones. Let's crush them where they stand. Come forth.
Yeah, that's got to be it. That has to be the sound of old mutts that are now on. Good cover. Best cover you could have possibly had. That was perfect. Superb. Do you take up the lead position in the warband?
Oh yeah, I just did the whole tally.
Oh,
We
okay,
said
all
we're
right.
gonna crush those
Perfect.
bones where they stand. Let's go forth.
I was gonna cut back to Adam, but I think after that amazing moment, I'm gonna cut back to Diana instead, as she is standing in the back of the party. The exact, like, the juxtaposition of the two knights, a new knight and someone taking it up. They are fighting and doing what they can to stop this. Now, you could keep aiding them. You could try to do a feat yourself and blast as well. Or you could run to the front and add their D8 to what you're doing.
I'll try to blast them.
Okay, so to do that is a feat. If you look at your character sheet, it's on the lower left-hand side. If you want to do a blast, you have to roll a vigor save. So first, it's use before rolling a melee attack. The attack gains a D12 or blast. In this case, you're doing blast. You have to pass a vigor save afterwards, or you become fatigued. If you don't remember what fatigue is, all of your dice become a D4.
Oh.
Until you get a break between combat, and then it comes back.
Okay.
So, what's your vigor?
My vigor is 8.
Would you like a card to help you out with this? First off, the feat does work, and then afterwards you roll. So first, let's solve your roll for combat. What are you using to attack? Are you staying on your mount? And does your mount have a die for damage?
My mount does not have a die for damage, but
I
I
didn't
am
think
staying
so.
on the mount.
Okay, so you're on the mount. So you get to use, what weapons do you have right now?
It's my battle axe.
Oh, so is it a hefty?
It is a hefty, yes.
So you can use that. Are you using a second weapon, like a dagger from horseback would be really hard to use?
No, I can't use second weapon because this is a hefty.
Hefty just means you can only use one hefty weapon at a time. So you couldn't do like 2 hefties, but you could use like a shield in a hefty or a sword in a hefty.
Oh, I have my kite shield.
Okay, so that
that's
counts as
more-
well.
Yeah.
That counts as well. If you would like to do this, you can add to it. Let's get you... I feel like you need some assistance here, or shit might go bad. Would you like to spend a green die and a blue die to add a D4 and a D6 to your pool?
Sure.
All right. What is the one up you got? All right. All right. We're going to use one from Stardrew for the one up. And we're going to use the... Can't use gifts. We'll use the... Ooh, do we have a green one? We'll use that one from Stardrew as well. So you get a D4 and a D6 added to your die pool as you run up to do your blast. So that means all of your damage affects their entire warband that you're fighting. How does this look? This is Mythic Bastionlands, not medieval realism Bastionlands. What does your, like, effect look like to blast an entire war unit with a shield and your heavy weapon?
Gee. So, like you're saying it's magical? Or?
It can be. It totally can be. It's mythic. It can be whatever the fuck you want it to be.
I feel like as I'm like riding in, she's gonna take her giant axe and just kind of basically uppercut all of them, and like a bunch of like these sharp keys, since I'm the key knight, like just shoot out like rays.
Like beams of keys? Okay.
Yes.
I will roll opposed to this. I'm gonna do a D8 and a D6 versus you. These are opposed rolls. I got 2 4s, so I'm gonna do 5 damage. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my goal. So now roll all of yours. You're looking for your highest die.
I'm rolling all my damage.
All dice get rolled together. All damage, basically attack and damage is at the same time. So don't forget to add a D6 and a D4 to that for the cards you spent.
I did.
Okay.
D6, D4, and then the D20. Don't I roll that?
Nope. D20 is only
Not
for
yet.
saves and rolls. It never gets added to these kind of rolls.
And I use my highest.
Yep. So what's your highest?
Highest is a 7.
Okay, so did you get anything that's a 4 or higher?
I did get a 4.
Did you get anything that's an 8 or higher besides your damage die?
No.
Okay, so that 4 or higher, you can add another point of damage to your total. That would probably be the most sense in this situation. 'Cause you're trying to just whittle these things down to 0.
Okay.
So what would your new damage be with your highest die plus 1?
So it's 8. 12.
Do 12 damage?
Yeah, so it's
8 plus 1.
right.
Wow, 8 plus 1 is
I'm not adding
9.
the 4?
No.
I'm not adding the 4?
4 is a gambit. It just adds 1 damage.
I see. So then it's
Yeah.
just 8 damage.
8's still good because I only have an armor of 2. I think that's 6. That's enough to kill me with my vigor. So this group gets blown to pieces at the crypt. As that happens, the camera flies over top of the crypt to the mock knight. And she's saying, I don't need to lead. I can go from the back. You're up on the wall looking down over these people fending for their lives. What's your goal?
And I'm right next to the gate. I want to shout out to any of the.
They are a little over 500 meters from you. You're shouting over the top of buildings.
Oh, where they're at. I'm gonna look at them and be like, "Hey, are you open?"
A guy in the wall goes, "Sir," and hands you a horn.
Blow the horn.
So people look, but they're fighting.
What? No, I need you to open the gate for me now. I need to get out to those people.
Sir, we're not allowed to open the gate. I can give you a horn. You can speak from here. I can even give you a bow, but the gate does not be opened.
You're going to open the gate for me right now.
Sir, we are not allowed to open the gate.
I don't care if you're not allowed to open it. Tell them I knocked you unconscious or something. Open it now. There are people out there dying.
Sir, we're not allowed to do that.
I want to take my war flail and I want to like hold it like underneath like his neck.
Threatening him? Okay.
Yeah, like intimidation. Let's go.
So if you want to intimidate somebody through roleplay, it is still, you're using this case, you're not attacking him, you're using your stats. Charming tongue and fierce hearts of spirit is what this would fall under.
Sure.
So you're going to be rolling spirit.
All right. And that one's a D20, correct?
It is a D20. Any stat check or saves are a D20.
Meets a pizza. Let's go. Let's see what we get. That is a 5 underneath my 13.
Fine, sir, fine. And he runs over and he yells and he's like, open the gate! And they don't question him because he's the guy in charge. And you see the gates open. Are you going to jump down to your horse and ride out?
Yes, I'm going to jump down on my horse, ride out, and then as I'm doing that, I'll look at him and say, close it behind me. And I'll ride out.
We had no intentions of leaving it open, Sir Knight.
Good.
So you can move one square. That means I'll let you ride into them and give you a round of combat. Are you joining this ragtag group of survivors?
Absolutely.
They have
I am a real champion and a real knight, Frank House.
unlike certain other knights.
Oh no, just because I'm a mock.
You're
I'm
a mock knight.
Trying to pretend to, I want people to really appreciate me, that I'm truly real when they look at me. Because as he's jousting through, like, he does look different than the last time we saw him. Like, his skin almost looks almost like it's wrinkled, but as the sun kind of hits it, it's very silky. It comes across.
What color? What color's your silk skin?
Very, I see it as still kind of like his same coloration with it.
Oh, okay. Some peachy tones. Okay.
Yeah, so some peachy tones and everything, but it's very unique and different to look at him. But looking at him enough, he just. All right.
With that, you're riding
with soapy water.
You're riding out. What does your dice pool look like while you're mounted? Again, remember, you can add your mount if it does get a die.
Let me get to my boy. He's just a well-groomed steed. I've got my war flail out, so that's a D10.
Okay.
And then my vigor too, correct? Or no, it's just the.
No, it's just your dice.
That's right, just my dice. I've got my D10.
Dice. A D10.
My war flail.
That's it. So no mounted thing. Okay. So you're charging in from the side. They add a D6 to you because they have a D6 as you're picking up the band. Would you like to up your armor by one? Because remember, this is simultaneous damage.
Yes. Yeah.
I've just failed to hurt the other parties. All right. So your armor will go up by one for this round of combat. And then we also have a free smite card. That means you don't have to roll. You already get blast because you're with the warband. Would you like to just add a D12 using that?
Yes, please.
All right, that's from Nessie. So add a D12. I'm gonna roll. I unfortunately only get a D8 and a D6 for this. We're gonna see how I do. Come on.
All right.
Ooh.
That is an 8.
Okay. Any other bonuses? Do you get a 4 or an 8 on anything else?
I have a 6 and a 5 actually.
So those can be used to boost damage if you want. +1
Yeah.
for each gambit.
yeah, I'll
So
do
that adds 2 more. So what's your damage now?
That's a total of 10.
Fuck you. Thank you very much. That is 10. Jesus. Well, hold on here. I don't have a lot of hit points left. So I take 2 off of that. I take 8 points. I'm still standing, but I rolled a 7 and a 4. So I'm going to do 8 damage back. So if we look at the rules for how warbands work when you're in the front, because I finally fucking hit something. It says that you can lead from the front. One individual of the warband can add their attack dice to the warband's attack roll, leading from the front. If they do so, they suffer the same damage as the warband does on their next turn. So I hit for 7 plus 1, which is 8. So I do 8 damage to you. You take your armor off of that.
Right.
Now, instead of doing that extra point of damage, you could do things like perform a gambit to make them make a save and lessen their damage dice. There's other options in that gambit tree you may want to look at.
Yeah.
And the gambit's for the audience, so you all know. This is what we are talking about here. So, for example, you could repel, or you could trap a weapon or a shield. You could impair a weapon on their next turn instead of doing an extra die. So instead of them doing a D8, you can knock their D8 down to a D4 for next turn and do 1 less point of damage. I do have to make a save versus it, though.
Sure.
So would you rather do the damage or make an effect?
Let's do... Yeah, so instead of the extra damage, let's go ahead and let's do an impair. Try to impair them so they can't... it's going to be harder for them to actually attack.
Okay.
The townsfolk and everything.
So 8 minus
So I'll go for
2, 6 minus 3. So we take 3 points to our group. You take 8 points minus your armor. I'm going to make a roll right now to see if I can ignore this. I have a chance. I have a chance. A D20. Let's just see if I can do this. 1 D20. Just do the D20, please. Thank you. All right. I am successful. I do not get impaired. Not impaired. With that, we're going to go all the way back over to the other side of town. As you are running to the gate with the squad, you can move 1 more square. They'll follow you. The gate is closed. Are you yelling, trying to force them to open it on the way?
No.
Okay.
These attacks will be coming from above.
Okay, so you're going to the wall. They're cavalry, though. They're on horses. They do not have bows.
Oh, I see. Yes, in that case, then, I probably then would yell out, "Open the gates! Let them through!"
Same thing. It is a clarity roll for you to convince them, but I will give you a D8 bonus to your D20 because you have an entire troop with you. So anytime you get like an advantage in this game, you don't roll 2 dice. You just add a die to your total. In this case, subtract. So roll a D20, roll a D8, and take it off whatever you roll.
Okay.
See if you can get underneath your lovely spirit.
And wait, and you said take the D8 would
Off
be,
of it.
Off of it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I rolled the wrong.
You just want to get yourself under your number, equal or lower.
Oh well, I'm already under because I rolled a 6 on the D20.
Totally fine. They are opening the gate as you're coming, and they run out and engage with that first squad here. Are you going to follow, or are you going to go get off and climb up?
I'm going to climb up to get the higher ground.
Now, I told you we were going to look at the important thing of your bonuses as the Barbed Knight. Are you page 35? Bloody Knight. If anyone hasn't seen the art in this, it is fucking amazing. Let's see here. I think it's 25. Here we go. And you are the Barbed Knight. Page 50. Ah, it's close. The seer that you are originally aligned with is the Serpent Seer, the writhing pile of serpents speaking as one through a choir of hisses. They grant visions of dangerous beasts in the wilderness nearby. You suddenly get images of something emerging from the swamp as you're trying to take your first shot since you failed your roll. That means that you're going to be rolling at a detriment. Your bow shot is at a D4 instead of its normal die for this roll.
Am I able to, for this smite?
Yeah, you can still smite if you'd like to do the AoE effect. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So you basically get your dice together. So what's your die for your bow is a 4 now, which isn't great.
That's not great.
You need a 4 to even do anything, but I can get you some cards. We can get you a D6 and a D4 on top of that.
Ooh, okay.
And you'll be shooting from the
definitely will need
wall.
that. Yeah.
Where are you shooting? Are you shooting the one that they're running into? Because you can't leave from the front, or are you going to shoot this one
yes.
out here that's engaged?
No, I'm going to do still the closest.
All right. See what you get. I'm going to pose my roll against the knights in front of me. Audience, if you can give me 2d8 because they're mounted. Ooh,
And then this has to be a 4, correct? Like, or like a.
So you take your highest dice for damage. So whatever you roll. So roll your dice.
Okay.
Roll them all. Take the
for
highest
damage.
number. Just take the highest number out of your roll. Because it's all one roll in this game. So what's your highest
No,
number?
that was a 4.
Okay, so put the 4 aside. So that's your 4. Do you have anything else that's a 4 or higher?
No, that one was a 1.
Then you only have 4 points of damage on this. It's not great.
Understood.
But you do now make a roll versus vigor to make sure you're not fatigued after shooting that shot because you did a feat to shoot.
Okay.
That means you have to roll your vigor or lower. Otherwise, you're exhausted. Combat's very quick in this. Once you start rolling dice and know what to look for.
Oh, whew. Okay, that was 8.
Okay, so you're
that's
good. You're good. All right. So you get the shot off. You rain arrows
Okay.
down in. What does your blast look like? Is it like a volley of arrows? Like, what does it look like when you're hitting a squad of people with arrows?
I would say that the trajectory and the speed at which it goes, it looks like it's one arrow, but then all of a sudden it looks like it's splinters, and it's almost like writhing snakes that are basically searching for its target.
Great, you're shooting vipers at me.
Vipers.
That's fucking great.
Exactly.
Audience rolls theirs. They got a 3 and a 4, so they do 4. That is only 4 points of damage. So let's do some math here on my end, everybody. This group, 4. Guard goes away down to 2 because I do have an armor of 2 on these undead. I rolled a 4. That means that the squad is going to take 4 points of damage. They have an armor of 1. They then are going to take 1 point of damage, I think. None, but the guard is gone. So no guard left for this one. So their guard is at 0 now. So they took no damage. They charge in. You see these two groups, a rain of arrows. Cavalry run through the undead. They get some nicks and scrapes, but they're still good. Out in the distance, I need 2d8 for the other group, and I'm going to roll for that group right now. I fail completely. I got a 2 and a 1. I do no damage to the group that's fighting out here. No damage at all. So I'll go back to the table for everyone to see. While the audience is rolling that, these two are fighting. Let's see what they get with the 2d8. And then I'm going to scroll back over to Diana as the key knight. This group is dead. I will mark them with a red ring.
Nice.
You guys keep chopping and going away and coming back. I don't know what's going on with you guys.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm going to blame LA Internet.
Blake.
I blame Blake. I blame Blake. Yeah, that's even. You know what? That's right. I blame Blake. It's his fault. You have to use his government name when you're blaming him.
2 and a 5.
2 and a 5 from the audience, so I'll take my damage on that one. Diana, the group's gone. The Key Knight and that squad's good. Where are you telling this group to go?
So, knowing that there was 2 by Eleonora, I'm gonna leave that to her for
2
now,
fives.
and then I'm gonna go towards So, all right, everyone, we are headed to Eggtown. Prepare to battle.
Ma'am, the gate's closed. We're not allowed to go outside the wall.
Well, we must. Oh, he's outside the wall.
He went outside the fucking wall, dude. He's a brave little toaster.
Well, I don't know that, so.
No, but they're telling you we can't open them. They'll come in. Any who die during these battles raise back up. It takes us days to wipe them all out.
So how did he get out?
You don't know he's out yet. They're just telling you we can't go outside the wall. They'll ride that way. They'll do whatever you want them to do. And you hear the trebuchet go off. Boom. In the city. Stone thrower, sorry, not trebuchet. Stone thrower.
In the city.
It goes off, like you can just hear an echo, like whoosh, and there's a huge crush outside. So where are you taking your knights then? Where's the Key Knight taking their people?
Well, the problem is they attack front line. Right? I don't have any ranged attack.
They don't have bows on them, nope.
Alright, so well let's head down to Old Gate and see how they're doing.
All right.
If we need backup, we are here.
Right, so you can take the roads down, you'll be there within that 1 hex travel.
Yeah.
I'll move you down. Out front, you see him up on the wall, and he is throwing his long, like, meteor-headed spear into the sky. It opens up, and meteors start raining down outside.
That's cool.
This group is trudged all the way up to the gate.
Alright. So
This is now ineffective. Can't hit in the same area. This group is on the wall. They have javelins, and they're throwing into them as a squad, but they're going to run out of ammo. Your group that comes with you, they'll go up and throw, but they only get 2 volleys of javelins before they have to go out. What do you want to do when you approach the gate? You see him up high, just throwing it, opens, comes back. He turns the meteor on the top of it again and throws it out again as you're coming in.
well, I don't know what I can do.
Mythic Bastionland, so be creative.
I have to wait. Is there a javelin next to me?
Would you like items? We have cards for that. We can say there's some javelins laying around if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
Start throwing.
Let me grab a supplies card. There is 3 javelins next to you from a knight that died from the first volley of attacks.
Beautiful. I picked one up.
You pick up the whole quiver. There's 3 of them in it.
Beautiful.
All right. And then are you going to go up onto the wall as well?
Yes.
So you're going to grab that, run up the wall, leave your mount down below. I'll give you, because it's only 1 square to get here, I'll give you 1 round of attack. That means because it's always move, then attack. So you get javelins, only do a d6.
Okay.
But you're always welcome to try to smite again.
Yeah. Let's try to smite with it.
All right, so you're going to smite, and then we'll roll for your fatigue. You made it last time. We don't have any free smites available, so you are going to have to roll at the end of this. So you're going to do a d6. Are you going to attack with the squad? Or are you going to lead it this time?
I'm going to lead it this time.
That means you get 2 d6 to roll. Would you like another d6 from a blue card?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, 3d6. Again, you're looking for the highest number, and then for anything that is a 4 or higher afterwards.
Okay, so that my highest is 11.
A d6 can't get an 11.
I'm smiting with my d12.
Nope, you hit an AO. Oh yeah, you are smiting. I apologize, I forgot. You're attacking with the group this time. You get to do that. Good call. So 11. What are your other dice?
9.
No, individual.
9. One is a 9. Oh, d6.
Right. What did you get?
A 9.
You can't get a 9 on a d6.
Oh,
6.
sorry. It's asleep. I'm sorry. 6. Adam, turn the die over to me.
He's like, let me help you.
I know. I'm just like, no, darn it.
I'm fucking tired. I'm sorry.
So
6.
with that, you have a couple options. You can do another die of damage.
Okay.
Or not another die, sorry, another point of damage. Or if you remember, if we go back to your options, you can also impair them if you want. If you want their dice to go from a D8 to a D4 for one round, you can impair them with your javelin.
Let's do that. Let's do that just in case.
Okay, so we're gonna do an impair. So you did 11 minus my total. God damn, 11 minus 2, that's 8. 8 to this group that's already messed up. I'm down to only 2 points left before I am toast. As this rains down, you throw the javelin up and it hits. How are you hitting everyone? Again with an AoE blast. You're like, are you just throwing yours at the squad and you're just kind of like a volley of javelins going in?
Oh, yeah.
Because you're all throwing together.
Yeah.
You hit one of the main people. It pierces through 2 of them. You're down to 2 more throws left.
Okay.
This group starts to try to climb the wall to get up. They're like hoisting each other and climbing the stone wall as you're kind of throwing down on top of them. You need to give me a feat roll now. So again, vigor. You want to roll equal or under. If not, you are fatigued as well. I'm going to do the same on my side to see if I become fatigued from your ability. I do not.
I rolled a 19.
19. That means you're going to be at D4s unless you want to patch it with your patch.
I will patch it with my
So
patch.
roll again.
All right, let's see what happens. A 19. These dice work great if it was a different game.
Everyone says that about their dice when they fail.
No, these are new. These are new dice. I'm using.
No, I'm saying any dice that they rolled the wrong way.
All right.
So you throw down on top, the ride across the first fight. You're feeling the fatigue. All of your like main die damages now, it goes to a D4. So whatever your main weapon is a D4 now instead of a D6. Just so you know, no matter what I say the die is, it will be a D4 until you get a breather.
My weapon die. Okay.
Yep. So back across the battlefield, let's move here. As the meteors are raining down, your bow is hissing. It stops that. You see the vision. The penalty goes away. This group out here has killed this group, and they are coming across to intervene and help. They're kind of merging both war bands together. What is your goal over here? Because I have a feeling the Mock Knight's going to be in a really bad position. So I'm going to start here and end with the Mock Knight. What do you want to do over here on the wall with your bow as these two groups are careening together to add their dice together and murder this last group?
With the fact that I see that they have everything handled, I will then say, finish them off. I'm off to help on the other side, and then she's going to start charging with Baxter to go back over to towards Eggtown, which is going to take a little bit, but she's going to try to.
So you can move one square, unless you want to push your mount. You can push your mount.
And I forgot.
They make a vigor roll.
It's just a vigor roll.
For them, yep. And your mount has stats as well. You can move 2 squares if you want to push them. I will give a D8
It would be their vigor, not my vigor, right?
Their vigor, correct.
Okay, yeah. I'll do it before, because not for mine, but for Baxter's. Yes.
So audience, then, she's leaving you with an extra D8. So we are rolling 3D8 against this squad to murder it off. So audience, throw some dice.
Come on, audience.
Throw some dice, see if you can get them. You can go 3 squares, or 2 squares. So you can go all the way to here if you make your roll.
Okay.
2.
Okay. So that's if I make it. Okay.
Yeah, if you make it.
And
Oh,
then
no. You do it regardless. It's just if it's exhausted afterwards. That's all you're worried about.
Oh, okay. And then
Everything is kind of like the effect.
Ooh, there's one.
That's an
Now,
8.
are they rolling for Baxter?
They're rolling for the battle outside right now. So that's an 8.
go.
A gambit that puts
Good
it
job, y'all.
it's 9 points. What's the last one?
8 and a 6.
A 4.
Oh, and then a 4.
So
Oh,
8,
cool.
9, 10 damage. 10 damage versus this group.
Nice.
Good job.
So
Good job.
that's gone.
I knew they could do it. I knew it.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Huzzah.
They go down.
Huzzah!
Yeah, right? They're dead. All right, so as they careen over it, they're going to actually start running through the fields this way to get out. I think instead of spending that extra point, they're going to use that gambit to move. So you can see in the gambits here, you have the option to move after. So you can move, attack, move. So the ones that are mounted are going to use it to move a square and start making their way there. But outside, over in Eggtown, the shingles on the roofs around you start falling. There's a rumble over here that it's heavy, whatever it is. And it's causing some of these older houses, well, I shouldn't say older, poorly made houses to kind of have ceilings collapse and fall. The group is fighting with you. This group is pretty messed up, but they're not down. What's your goal over here? There's something else in the area that is causing these buildings to like topple in areas. Shantytown's going down.
I want to start shouting to all of them and start heading back to the gate now. Falling backwards, we'll try to fend them off the best that we can. And I want to try to do a blast at these bastards.
Now, unfortunately, I just want to point out, this is 1, 2, 3 full squares of citizens. You can't get all these people through the gate. Like, these are all homes and stuff.
I'm yelling at the people directly, like,
you're the people with you? So are you telling them to disengage? Or are they not going to fight with you?
No, just like but I'm trying to just shout any other passerbys that might see it. No, nobody is, or just shouting at them, just telling everybody to head to the walls at least.
Some people flee. Are you telling your war band, your ragtag group of people, to also flee, or are they staying with you for the other D6?
I feel like for them, especially, like, I feel like I help bolster them for sure. So I feel like they would actually probably stay.
So that gives you a free AOE. What's your dice total right now? Where you?
So
where you at?
Their help, I have a 6 and I have a 10 for my flail.
Okay, 6 and a 10. I am rolling a 4. And, a D8 and a D6.
And I don't roll anything for the blast.
No, you just get blast. It just means it hits the whole squad. That's all it is.
Right. Okay. Here you go.
If you want to do a feat to add your own blast, you can. That adds a D12. That's up to you, though.
Okay. Well, I was gonna do that after I did this. I rolled a 9 and a 6.
Well, you have to do the blast at the start. You have to determine if you're gonna do.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes. Blast at the start.
Smite is what it's called. If you're going to do a smite.
Correct.
So add a D12 to that roll, and then we'll roll to see if you're exhausted afterwards.
Oh, nice. That's a 10 on the smite.
All right. I got a 7 and a 6. So I'm gonna go for 7, and I'm going to impair your weapon. I'm gonna try to. What are you doing with your numbers? What's your highest, and what are you doing with your extra 4s and higher?
So my highest is a 10. That I got. My other 2 die is a 9 and a 6.
So it's 9. You can do a superior gambit, which means I get no roll against it.
Yeah. Let's do that.
So what do you want to do? You can add any ability. You can do another point of damage or strong gambit. Sorry, not superior. They're called strong gambits.
Do strong gambit. I want to move them. I want to repel them. So like it brings up that flail and just like hits the ground, smashing damage into them. All this like stone and earth go flying back, bludgeoning them, and pieces like start falling off the.
You try to shove them back to the road here.
Yeah, trying to knock them backwards, like
I don't
almost
fight
like
it.
the Thor hit.
You guys are winning the fight, shoving them back out to the road, pushing them out of Eggtown. You did 10 points, and then you got another 4 as well, right?
Yes.
So you can add 1 to that damage. That's 11.
11. Yeah, I'll take that.
11 minus 2, 9. I'm out of guard. 9 to this group with the last one. I am done. You push them all the way out and execute them. I only had 14 vigor. As the groups across the map get wiped out and everyone kind of runs to their destination, up front, this last group that's climbing the wall, the Meteor Knight calls his piece back and jumps off and jumps down through the squad for a blast. Audience, I need you to roll me a D12, a D10, a D8 from the group, D6 from the group throwing javelins down. So that is 12, 10, and 6. A D12, a D10, a D6 in that order. I just need 1 of each. While they're rolling, he jumps through it. I'm going to roll to see if he's exhausted. Unfortunately, he is old. His vigor has gotten worse.
Oh, yeah.
He has to roll under a 12 right now. If he doesn't roll under a 12, he's in a bad way. He's going to be at the bottom of this and fatigued. So let's see if we can get under a 12. A 5, he's fine. The old man has been waiting for combat, apparently. So he's going to jump down and through. What do we get? D12. We got a 4.
4.
So let me go back to the full squad. We got a 4.
8 from the D10.
All right, so the 8's the highest so far. We'll take the 8.
On the
So,
4 on the D6.
I think we're going to do the 8. And I think we're just going to boost the damage by 2. The 2 gambits there. He careens through them, blowing the rest of the remains of this undead mob to pieces. He lands at the bottom in a crater, and there's smoke and like stardust coming up and out of it. With their death, we are out of combat. Now, as we end combat, we're going to go into more of just what the group wants to do. The cavalry is going to run up. Everyone's going to start grabbing the bodies, and they already know the routine. They're dragging them out. They're putting them in a pit that they already have for this. There's priests that come out to sanctify the pit. They salt it and start burning it. But the rumbles you heard in Eggtown, they've quieted, but they're not gone. What would you like to do knowing that there is something else somewhere? You just don't see it. So we kind of pan back. Only him, and then once the barbed knight runs across town, she would feel the rumbles as well upon getting on site. What does a group want to do?
Oh, she's still sort of far away.
Yeah, we're out of combat. No, I moved her
I'm
up.
still
We're
far away.
Nope, I moved you all the way up. We're out of combat rounds. Doesn't matter. Because we're not in combat anymore. We're more just in handling the situation. So I'm just moving you over. You can be on site. We kind of do a screen cut and put everybody where they want to be for what's going to be coming up. Anywhere where you want to be. So Diana, put your character where you would be. If you're helping them drag bodies out, do that. If you're meeting them in Eggtown, do that.
No, I'm helping clean up.
Okay, you're helping clean up. All right.
Otherwise, yeah.
All right.
How do you fare out there?
Oh, took a few little hits. He turns around and you notice like some of his like chin is slightly, that skin fabrickiness is kind of pulled back, and it's actually kind of like almost like green almost.
The wood is underneath?
Yeah, the wood is kind of greeny a little bit.
Like fresh non-barked wood?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is your skin?
This is his bone?
Ooh.
Well, my bone is, I have wooden.
He has got wooden bones
and
and
bones and silk skin.
He's got silk skin. Yes.
Comes up and I'm like, did you happen to feel that rumbling at all when you were riding?
I did.
It was
everything eliminated out here.
Well, as far as these things are, absolutely. But there was big rumbling happening when we were fighting these things. I don't know where it could have come from, but how did everything fare your way? We're good here. These farmers, they really handled it to him. Good job, all of you, good job.
You look around and you realize these are farmers in probably more in the like bandit thuggish terrain. But they run like Eggtown. These are the people who run Eggtown since they're outside the wall.
Right.
And a guy walks up to you. Oh, we get to do this. I forgot. First person to pick a page number between what is it? 30. Let's go here. I'll write this down for future use. Actually, no, we'll do this. Give me a D6 and a D12, audience. I'll get this guy's name who's talking to him. Because we get to do fun stuff for this. So give me a D6 and a D12, audience.
A question.
Yeah.
For the vision that I saw, if I'm looking out in the area, is there anything that resembles the thing that I saw coming from?
You would have to go out to the shore on the back over here to see that. Like either these These are docks. Whenever the swamp's high, they can lower. They're not like touching the swamp. They lower boats down to the swamp water, that 100-foot cliff down. This is
But
probably
would I
the
have
lowest point.
recognized that kind of
You
visual?
haven't been here in 6 years.
No. Okay. Just
You'd have to
making
go out
sure.
and
I'm
look.
trying to see what would make more sense.
I mean,
Okay.
this is a swamp. There are other swamps in the realm, but this is a swamp. So if you were to climb out, like go to the back of the area and look out over it, you could, and see if it looks like what you saw. That would probably make the most sense.
Understood.
Guards will drag them out. They're dragging them out. They're gonna drag them through. I'm just moving stuff while you guys decide what you're doing. Diana said.
Oh, I thought we were waiting for the roll.
No, I'll bring the name up in a minute. So 3, I need a D12 still. So what was a D12? 3 and a 2.
Oh, they got a 3 and a 2, yeah.
All right, 3 and a 2. So 3, 2. Hey, it's under the Turtle Knight. We'll see if we like this one or the one afterwards. Let's see. Person, a wise farmer. We'll go with that. His name is Krabby. Crabbe. Krabby. He would come up to the mock knight and say, "Knight, no offense to you, we had it handled. But, I'm sure the people here are happy to see knights finally in this city instead of a decrepit man sitting on a chair in a lavish house leaving us outside the wall every year this happens."
Well, I mean, it seems like you're all kind of a new community because I'd left about 6 years ago. It seems like you're all doing all right for yourselves as best you can.
6 years ago? You the little kid that left with the Barb Knight?
Yes, I was one of them. Yeah.
No shit. But I mean, grown into a... And he like pats you and feels the silk and he goes... And he looks at your face and sees the wound. What happened, boy? You don't look the same, he says, like politely.
It's kind of a story I'll have to tell everyone one day. But you're all okay. Your numbers are...
We lost a few, but they've been dragged out to be salted and taken care of in the field, just to make sure that there's no ramifications of the dead raising back up. This usually ends at the end of summer. Like as we fall into the next season, it doesn't seem to happen as much near us. But every time the festivities end, the first time was horrible. We lost hundreds of people to the roaming threat of dead. They eat us.
How many years has it been happening?
For three. 9
years.
seasons. But it only happens at the end of summer. Every time.
And did you happen to feel that rumbling as well too? Is that something that you've experienced with it before?
That, my friend, is new.
Where and typically the undead, is it just from where they get buried and anything? There's no extra crypts or extra little holes in the ground or cave systems that you all might have missed?
Well, since the old knight took over after the loss of our previous rulership, he wouldn't even let people build outside the walls. He said it was the bad look in the glade. And everything south of here, because you guys traveled through it, is that lush, beautiful, rolling, still glade. Behind it is the sodden marshes. And says, the old ruler wouldn't let us build. The new one let us because we were refugees from some of the smaller settlements in the swamp. When things started getting bad, these undead were popping up from anywhere someone has passed. Slowly, the knights have been cleaning it up, but then the war happened. And when all the battlefields out here finished, how do you think every summer went? All those dead soldiers and knights and warriors rose from the swamp. The second year, they climbed the back cliff face up into Darkfall.
Did you say from the swamp?
Well, yes, yeah. There was a huge battle in the swamp during the war, and some of the knights, or not knights, but warriors from the different realms raised out of the swamp.
Thomas, I'm going to look into something. And then Eleonora is going to head towards this, like, kind of take off after saying that. over in the direction of the swamp.
Okay. Are you taking anyone with you? Or are you just going by yourself? Before I go to Diana burying and burning bodies.
She's going to go by herself for now.
Okay.
She's
So-
not going in, but she's going to kind of look in that direction.
So you're going to go out. Are you going to go outside the wall or inside the wall?
She's still inside. She's just trying to
So
get
you hit
to
the
higher
wall,
ground.
you follow the wall up to the cliff. Okay.
Yeah.
When you get to the wall, the swamp is this lush green, but just sodden soil. Really tall trees with vines. Like, think Dagobah. Like, it is just nasty. You don't see anything out there, but there are large bubbles about the size of like a horse that burst up and pop, and gas comes out of it. And you can see it throughout, all the way in, but you don't see the vision, but it was definitely here that the vision came from. Like, this is the overlooking swamp area. Somewhere out in that area, there's something.
She's going to take an arrow and she's
Okay.
going to try to shoot in the direction of one of the.
It just burst into like gases.
But she's going to shoot because of the fact that the vision happened when she fired an arrow. So it's almost as if she's trying to will
Okay.
her bow to speak to
I see.
her again.
Would you say you're trying to call the seers and seeing if you get another vision?
Correct.
All right, hold on. First off, there is something we should probably address. I put pick a knight serving hands. You did not pick a knight. You put praise be. That is not picking a knight for that card. I need you to pick a knight for the blessed stat legendary card that you played. So you let me know who that's going to be. And then for you, if you want to have a vision, there is a secondary card called a landmark that I will play from Nessie. Give me a spirit roll as you are called. Actually, is it spirit or clarity? Hold on here. I want to double check. Clarity. Keen instinct, lucid mind, shrewd eyes. Give me a clarity roll. Get the equal or under.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. That was a 5 to my 11.
All right, perfect. As you shoot the arrow out, sure enough, it goes out and it like arcs and curves, which is not what arrows do. And it comes across and hits behind this massive tree and it shoots like almost a hex out. So I'm going to take us over to the map and I'm going to bring the whole group back up here. I'm going to take us over to the other scene, which is our world map area.
What'd you do?
What'd you
Shit.
do, Ray? What did you do, Ray?
What'd that arrow kill?
Put it at 100.
Summon.
Spaghettios.
It's like a summon.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to go to the realm map.
Frank House
So-
is like, if somebody happens to shoot an arrow behind this tree.
Nope, didn't do that. Didn't do that at all. Nope. Did not planned. Just like all the other crazy stuff that she did last episode, I did not plan. So we are currently on the map here,
Oh, nice. Okay.
right?
Yep.
Right.
This is a seer icon.
Okay.
Down here, I put all the other icons that exist on the map. You can duplicate them and use them. I didn't label them because you haven't found them all yet. So I don't want to label them. But I will duplicate this one.
Oh,
I'm going to
no.
put it up. It's a hex out. You choose. Which hex did you shoot into?
Oh, definitely the one with the red skull with the knife or sword through it.
Because I have my copy of the map that has all the markings on it. And
I feel like it's
neither one of
angled in
those
that
hexes, neither one of those hexes have anything in it. So you are making a problem.
Oh,
Am I or a solution
Hey,
to said
hey,
problem to protect the
Save
realm?
the realm. Save the realm. So which
Save
one
the
did
realm.
you can move, you can click it and move it, by the way.
Oh no,
You can move that.
Whew.
So put it where you want it.
It's-
Any of these three. I'll even say, no, it's off the back. One of these two. Whichever hex you
left,
wanted.
Left.
You can
Or
move it.
like, can it be to the left?
Yeah, put it wherever you want. Yep, absolutely done.
Yes.
All right.
Right.
You shoot it, lands, it hits behind a tree, and you hear a roar. Birds emerge from the swamp, fleeing that area. Can I have a D6 roll from you?
Oh god.
What? No. Oh, God.
If you roll a 1, there's something that's happening in the wilderness there.
A 2.
A 2.
Hey.
So on our wilderness check, that would be the equivalent, because you just did a long-range wilderness check. We are going to get you your information. And you would see a vision again from your bow. Let me grab our...
I feel like it's that hissing again. That's just like
a 2. You believe it to be another mark for an omen. Omens are part of a myth. So I'm going to mark this with a O that you added an omen, which is good because that means you're locating an area that you can go to solve one step closer to myth. What we just encountered was also an omen to a myth, but you just don't know what the myth is. There are six
dead?
omens to every myth. You don't have to solve them all. You can just go, we're hunting the myth. Fuck this shit. Let's talk to people in town. Let's find out what it is. That means you might skip a bunch of steps. It may be a harder fight if you don't fucking solve it. It's up to you. But you know this happens every summer. So technically speaking, you have 3 full seasons to solve this myth before it happens again.
and I don't see any. There's nothing that comes into.
Nothing comes into view. You don't see anything else. You just know you hit whatever it is was in your original vision.
That's cool.
And it roared.
And it roared. A hex away. Again, remember, a hex is an entire day of fucking travel.
Did it sound like any type of beast that we came across
Never.
on the travels?
Never
No,
have you heard anything
nothing.
like this before. No. And you are also traveling in a different realm. So your knowledge on this realm is only things you had as a kid.
So there's nothing. Okay, there's
No.
nothing I can relate it to.
Nope.
So and then it's quiet.
Birds flutter, roar goes away, no sound. But I will tell you, everybody in the holding of Darkfall also heard it. I love that I went to go look up the wilderness rolls and my dumb ass put them over here and I didn't look at it. So, with that, are you going to go back to the party?
Oh yes, yes.
All right. So, where is the group going to meet up? And I'm going to handle the key night out at the hole before we do that. But where does the group usually meet up in the city over the last 4 weeks? Do you have like an inn that you meet in? Do you always go to the Citadel? Have you acquired a small home that you all stay in? Like, as a group, is a little bit of a flashback. What would you do?
Oh, now that we're back to the city, we should probably find some place to stay, shouldn't we?
All right.
Oh well, I'm very familiar with this particular inn. I don't
it's
know if
still
he'll be
new,
happy
yeah.
to see me, but we have history.
As long as there's comfy beds, I'm excited.
I would love a comfy bed. That'd be fantastic. Especially because I feel like my bones are all like creaky and everything now too. That's
You're
very...
so young.
I know, but no, this is us getting back, so we've already been knighted now.
Well,
Ah,
yeah,
right.
wherever you guys would pick. Like, he'll give you a place in the Citadel. He doesn't have to, but it's the right thing to do as a former knight to give you a place to stay.
I'm
But if you
going
want
to
your
go
own
to
place,
my
that's up to you.
ally at the inn.
Are you saying the ally is in this city?
Yes.
All right. I would like you to read the first word of that sentence. I believe it actually says begrudging ally.
No, that's why I said he might not be happy to see me, but we have history.
So we're gonna say it's at that inn. Is that what we're gonna do? You're gonna get us. Okay, you're gonna get a group there. That's awesome. I'm gonna go to the key night. Key night outside, as you travel with all the knights back and forth, dragging the bodies out. They bring out big canvas like
Covers.
no canvas. What are they called? Pull behinds, and they put all the bodies on so they can drag them in. So they're just gonna burn the canvases with the bodies. As that is going on, the Meteor Knight, the former Meteor Knight, does walk out. He is helping. He's dragging, helping it. While the area town doesn't like him, he's actually gives a shit. He is helping. He is putting the work in. He doesn't even talk to you that much. Like, he kind of is like divide and conquer. Like, you handle these knights, I'll handle these. But one of the priests makes their way forward, sees that you're one of the knights, asks you what seer blessed you to come to us.
It was the feasting seer.
Ah, yes, to the south. I am training to become a seer. I see not only just the future. I help the meteor knight with his prophecy visions that he has. I'm hopefully within the next 20 years or so, I can seek out my own seer and pick up the mantle. We lost one of our own here, but
I'm so sorry.
if you don't mind, I would like to give you a blessing for saving Darkfall.
Yes, of course. Yes,
So
of
this-
course. I would love that.
Normally he would do it and nothing would happen, but Serving Hands played the blessed stat. That means you can pick
Oh.
one of your stats and re-roll it. You take the higher of the two. So you roll a d12 and a d6, and you keep the higher of the two. Which stat would you like to redo? As he is blessing you in salt and going through the process. Yeah?
I guess I'll pick my lowest stat, which would be clarity.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay, it's a 6 at the moment. So it's...
Okay. Hey,
Oh, no,
Diana.
it's a
Well,
7. That's not a 1.
Oh,
It's
that
a
is.
7. It's not a 1. It's not
Okay.
a 1.
Oh, okay, that is.
I thought it was a 1 too.
That sucks.
Wait, is that a 7?
your new dice
No.
suck.
It's a 1, because look, that's a 7.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's a
I
really.
got a 1 and a 3, so...
So would you like to patch that roll?
I used my patch.
Would you, audience, would someone like to give her a patch? Because that is a shit fucking roll.
For something so awesome.
Patch.
We have a patch. I know Stardrew's sitting on 3, and his 3 patches are somewhere in postal between here and Canada.
Aw.
Him and Nessie are both waiting. And yeah, other people that I set stuff out with already got theirs.
Well, but that
Well, it
happened.
took
That
us
happened
so
with
long.
us too,
Yeah,
because
it took
ours
us a
took
while.
forever. And like
Nessie
breaking.
says you can have patch 32. Re-roll it.
Thank you, Nessie.
Re-roll it.
Come on,
And roll in the box. Let me
let's go.
happen.
Let's go. How did you roll the exact same thing?
I'm not. Rolled a 3 and a 1 again.
Oh my lord.
I'm sorry, Nessie. I failed you.
Any other?
I mean,
patches?
I'll let someone patch it one more time. I don't care. We can blow all the patches we want. That's what they're here for. That is horrible. As he's
I
really
know.
reaching out and like, no, yes, failure is definitely in your future. Is- yeah.
What? No, I hope
Oh no, I
not.
see. I mean, you are a very helpful individual, but
Oh, yes.
there's definitely a dark cloud above you. I
Patch
see
Thank you for my
locked.
hands. I roll again.
I
as
see
he's doing
locked
it.
doors.
Okay,
You are
better.
trapped in a prison.
That's
As he's
nine.
like going
Yes.
Oh, that's
through.
better. That's better. It's better. Oh, a present. And then all of a sudden it's a breakthrough. A 9 and a 4.
Okay,
It's higher than my.
all right. So that stat is now permanently changed.
So it goes to a 9.
No, you add them together. 9 and 4. It's a 13 now.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Seriously?
Yeah. That's how stat rolls work. It's a D12 plus a D6.
There you go. So much better.
You can never
Thank
be higher than an
you.
18. So that's a legendary card.
Yes,
I
thank
made the
you so
legendary
much.
cards in this game like actually like legendary cards.
Thank you.
Oh my god, I just saw the title. You're right. You're
So
right.
I didn't bought these dice for me.
No,
It was,
she's
they were my Christmas.
here. Mine
Oh, no,
says
three names
Eric
server
Frankhouse,
names.
and it
Yeah.
says Dilemma
Jesus.
Master for my other word instead of a knight.
Oh.
You're welcome. Oh, I love it. It's great. With that, they start burning the bodies, salting them, and going through the process. It takes up through the evening for them to finish this process, but you can tell they've done this and they're quick about it. They gather the dead bodies from the city, they bring them out. The families don't even get time to say goodbye to their people because anyone who died, they're just bringing them out. They don't want them to resurrect overnight. With that, as everyone finishes the burnings and everything is going on, a single weak sounding horn goes off from the citadel. It goes off once, it sputters a few times, it goes off again. There's a faint scream from wherever you are in the city just before nightfall. Would you all as a group be heading to your inn? Would you as a group be gathering up the Citadel to talk to the Meteor Knight, to speak with him? Or would you guys be getting your rest? Any fatigue you have is already gone, because combat's over, you finish doing this task, you get your guard back, but your stats do not come back. Your guard goes back, and fatigue goes away. Your vigor, clarity, or spirit damage stays. Those only can be brought back, which we'll talk about when you guys get to the inn. So is the group going to head to the inn? Would you be meeting with the Meteor Knight, who's probably going to rest like a grandfather? Like he just fought all day. Like he's not made for this shit anymore. What would the group do?
Oh yeah, I mean, we were heading. You had mentioned,
Your tavern.
yeah, heading over to the tavern and everything. So I feel like we probably would have been on our way when we heard the horn and the scream again.
Yeah. Yeah, well, would we have heard it on the way?
You could, yeah. I'm saying you've heard it, but it's a weak.
It doesn't. I'm trying to think.
Very
It's
poor
not
blow. Like whoever's doing is not blowing the horn ball. It's coming from the Citadel.
Citadel.
Do we need to go and see what's happening? I think
It's
Much
better
as
to
it's-
know than to wonder.
No,
yes.
of course.
We have to. We're here to protect the city. So let's.
All right, we'll start heading over to the Citadel.
So as all of you would get back in, I'll put the roaming knights back through the city here. This group will stay out and finish the job. You guys would all make your way back to the Citadel. As it goes off on the 5th floor in the back tower of this, you see a small girl in bluish white robes with this big, like the sounding horn, the same one you heard go off. Her trying to blow it, but she just doesn't have the lung capacity to blow this thing. What do you guys want to do? The Meteor Knight's not back yet. The other knights have moved out through the city. He's finishing up. He probably told you, like, go, I'll help them finish this up. I'll meet you later. Or let's just do breakfast tomorrow. I need rest. You know, that kind of thing. Also, I would tell the Key Knight you did learn his real name as well, which is in our Discord. You would have learned it at that point over the 4 weeks, so you have it. But he's like, I'll meet you tomorrow morning. And while he's out here and you guys are getting ready to go back to the inn, that horn weakly goes off and you see this girl in a blue dress.
I would say I would have relayed that information too on the way to the
Yeah, you know there's key. Yeah, there's no keys to get in. Basically, they would knock. The person on the inside would uncastle the door.
Okay, so it's not like something attached to their person.
No, they would knock or pull probably like a chime outside for the inside. Someone would come and uncastle the door. It's got that big bar across it.
We got our
And the
own
gates are
skeleton
open
key
into
over
here. So you made it into like the main courtyard for the area, but They're standing at the actual castle doors, and they don't move. Even when she goes up to the door, they don't even like turn their heads.
Well, obviously, we're not going to get any assistance from these idiots. Why don't you do what you do best now?
Well,
Come on.
I pound first, just in
Well,
case there's someone behind me.
I'm walking up next to them and I want to tap one on the shoulder, be like, good job keeping guard.
When you
Way to
when you
go.
tap him on the shoulder, all the armor just collapses and dust goes out of it.
What the hell
Don't
is
do-
all that?
I would have had somebody else roll, but you are made of wood and silk, so I'm not too worried about it since you don't breathe. It goes whoosh, and it goes out. It feels like 15, 20 foot from there.
Really?
Uh,
Something is definitely wrong. We need to get inside
keep-
now.
Okay,
Key
fine.
Knight,
Yes,
But be,
yes,
do
yes,
the
yes,
thing.
be
yes.
ready, be
Yes,
careful.
I'll do my thing. Yes, yes. Well, first I'll make sure it's locked.
You,
I don't
you
wanna
touch the door, it
waste-
doesn't move. Yeah, it doesn't
Okay,
move.
great. Then I'm going to do my special thing.
What's your ability? We have not had an ability you used yet.
So it's Ring of Keys. For any lock, there's a 1 in 3 chance that I'm able to find a key.
You pull out that sliver bar that you would stick in and like lift the castle up on the other side.
I put my keys in.
Wait, I'm sorry, what? You do have a thing of keys? You
I
have
made
a
a thing
fucking
of
place.
keys. And I have
Shoot,
keys.
shoot.
So you grab it and like turns, it turns
You
into
don't
a.
go all out.
I know. Where's your baby teeth?
I don't have that yet, guys.
Amazon hasn't, or they don't have them on Amazon yet.
Well, don't worry. If this
There's-
girl doesn't make it to the top of the tower, we'll send you some baby teeth.
Okay, great.
So it turns into a flat bar. Let's see if you get that 1 in 3.
Okay, so what do I roll for that?
1 in 3. So if it's a D6, 1 in 2 is a
Oh.
1 in 3 chance.
Got it. I have to get a 3? Or,
1, 1. You need a 1 or a 2 on a D6.
oh, jeez. Nope, that's a 5.
All right. You're like clink, and you can't. The castle's too strong to lift on the other side.
It's not working.
Oh, wait, is Baxter near me?
I mean, your mounts are probably back in the bastion area. Or not bastion.
I turn
the-
to go to Baxter.
Bailey. Sorry, in the Bailey.
Okay, I turn to go get Baxter.
You can just
We're
call for them.
charging
They're
this.
fucking mounts. They're trained
okay.
mounts.
Baxter,
It
come here,
starts
darling.
coming up to you, running through.
I back up and I push him.
You
back
might
too.
want to stand back for this.
Mm.
She's going to she's going to hoist herself up on top of Baxter once Baxter kind of gets closer to her height, and then rises up.
Now, I would like to
Forward.
say we
She's
did
gonna
have
charge.
another 10 gifts played. Would you like to get? I believe there's a battering ram on that list.
What?
Yes, I think you said that.
Oh, why can't I have Baxter though? Just like charging and
No, you
busting-
can.
on
You can have
it.
him charge. This will add a die to it, though.
Oh, great.
Put it
Okay,
on,
cool.
yeah.
I'm trying to help you. So let me
I
go.
was like, I don't want to use a battery ram. That's boring.
Oh, I was
but
thinking
I'll
like
take that.
I was thinking like grabbing it on
Oh,
the
yeah.
horseback
Oh,
with him.
cr-
Oh, sorry, on
Yo,
lizard
yeah.
back.
Lizard back, yes.
So we're gonna use
Lizard
10 of the
Jaguar.
gift
Lizard got
cards to get a battering ram. That's Nessie's Serving Hands and Star Drew. What is the battering ram in Warfare? What does it give her? Anyone have it open on your guys' side? I think it's page 11. I got it. Battering ram is a D12.
D12. Okay.
Yeah, D12. Now, would you like to also add a D12 by doing a feat known as Smite? Do you want to add another D12? Because these are thick ass doors into a castle.
Sure.
I
might
mean-
become fatigued, but we're gonna go for it.
All right, so you get a D12 for the battering ram, a D12 from you, and then you get whatever Baxter gives you as well, which I think is a D6, right?
D6, yes.
So 2D12 and a D6.
And these are all added, or do you take the highest?
You always the highest die.
Okay, so that
always.
was 7.
So 7.
for that.
Do you have a 4 or higher, or an 8 or higher? Which is basically a gambit or a strong gambit if it's 8 or higher. Do you have either?
No, there was a 7, 7, and 3.
So you get a 7, and then that 7's also a gambit. 4 to 7 is still another gambit. So you can add plus
yes,
1 to your damage
yes.
if you want.
Yes.
So you ream back, boom, plow into it. You did a total of 7 on the main die plus 1 for the gambit. That's 8. If you go up here, gates are 8. I'm going to say the door into the place has probably got a guard of 5, and I'm going to... no, just have guard. I'll say it has a guard of 8 and armor of 2. So I take 6 points. The door is still standing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put castle door. You gonna back up and do it again? Before you do that, you need to make a vigor roll to see if you're fatigued.
Oh, that is a good point. With points. Oh, 7. Just under.
Then you're good.
Oof,
You back. You wheel Baxter back around. Are you two just standing out of the way?
Yes, you could do this on Nora. Yes.
When it hits the first time, that other knight falls sideways and dust goes
I close my nose.
and out. But Baxter's tall enough and you're on mount that it's not going to affect you. You have to touch them for it to affect you. So you guys are good. You wheel back around. Are you gonna do the same thing again?
This time not with smite though.
Not gonna smite. Okay, so just a D12 and the D6.
Can
That.
I was gonna say, when she's battering, can I like stand to the side and whack it with my?
Yes, you could
with my
assist her.
flails
That
while
gives
she-
a
Oh,
D8.
nice.
Yeah, I'll assist her with it.
So add a
Yeah,
D8.
I've got that big one.
There you go. Yep. Now you're thinking.
Yeah.
So add another D8 roll to that for your roll. Adam, you can roll it because you're aiding her. That's how we usually do
Oh
it.
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Got you.
Because you want to be able to have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's a 4 on my side.
Let me get the right music back up for this.
4 on mine. 4 and 4.
So what's your highest die? Highest damage,
4.
highest number, 4. And then did you get any other 4s or higher?
I got another 4.
Okay, so that's
So it's 2
5
4s.
points. That's 5 points. Adam, what did you get?
A 4.
So that's 6 points. With my armor of 2, so 6 minus the 4, that is enough to break the door. As you ram it the second time, you come into the main area. All of the warriors that were in here, setting down to eat and stuff like that, all, when you burst through the door, fall down and turn into black dust. And they fill the room. You hear the horn again meagerly upstairs. Unfortunately, you ran in with Baxter. I need you and Baxter to give me vigor rolls.
Ooh, okay.
This is where my ability comes in handy.
It sure does. It sure does.
Okay, so Baxter definitely saved.
Okay.
I did not.
Do you have a patch?
Wait, no, is it higher? It's
Always
when it's
lower.
higher, it's
Anytime
like-
you're doing a
Yeah,
save
that's
or
what I
stat
thought.
roll, it's equal to or lower every time.
yeah, definitely bad.
Did you extremely fail?
Oh yes, that was a 17 in my
Okay,
vigor's
so
age.
you're gonna need a patch. I'm gonna look at the cards here while the audience is deciding if they're willing to give another patch up. I can give you an armor. I can give you. Let me check another one here. Let's try this. Let me look through these. Do I have anything here I can give you? I have one reroll here. I just don't know if you want to waste it. I have one reroll card. Unless the patch from the audience, and again, for those who are waiting for patches, are welcome to use them if they want. Otherwise, we're gonna go with the black soot. I don't see immediate reaction in the audience, so we're gonna go with the black soot.
We're
He
gonna go
doesn't
black
cough.
suit.
He turns sideways, and the wave of the blackness comes over top of you. You start coughing. As the coughing is taking hold, I'm gonna roll my D8, and it goes to. I don't think it's vigor either. I think it goes to spirit. Ooh. It does go to spirit.
Oh
Whoops.
no.
Actually, I dropped it on the floor. I'm gonna roll it on the table.
Wait,
Too late. Nope.
Well, too
I'm not
late.
backpedaling now, girl. We're gonna roll a D8. We're gonna roll
doing
with
it.
it.
Doing it live.
3 points of spirit.
Woo!
What's your spirit?
An 8.
Okay. 3 points of spirit off of you. Now, for those who don't remember, Recovering stats is difficult. We'll get into it when we decide where we're going afterwards, but the players may want to look at it because it ain't easy. As the dust kind of settles in the room, you can see the stairwell off to the side that you know goes up into the second floor or continues up to the fifth floor into the back spire where this horn is being blown. What does the group of knights, what's our company want to do?
Look, perhaps maybe the two of you should stay out for a moment while the dust settles. I can go up ahead and check it out. This isn't affecting me whatsoever.
I'm glad it's not affecting one of us.
All right.
Are you running up?
Yeah. I'll be back. Come up when you can, and I'll start taking off.
As you start making your way up, I'll come back to the other two. As you start making your way up the back, through the second floor, up the spiral, you can see other bodies as you're running by fall and dust comes out in the stairwell. People have like slumped against the ground, and you see when you run by them, they explode in the black dust. They would have had to make 4 saves on the way up here.
Oh my god.
As a group. As you get up to the 5th floor, the door that goes in, there is one more above that. There's the actual Crescent Tower, which is where the moon, or not the moon, but the Meteor Knight would go to like commune with seers. But the door here is open. It's cracked open. And you can hear the one last time. Are you bursting through the door into the 5th floor of the tower?
Because it's cracked, I want to burst through and then like quit. It's like one of those shoulders, roll around it, and then close it behind me. Because I know there's a lot of dust out here.
There is this room at the top. There is a mirror. There is a bunch of tables and books in here. Through the next archway, probably a good, I'd say, 20 foot across, out on the balcony, you see a woman standing in the doorway. And the little girl blowing, trying. The woman turns and looks at you and has no head.
Body turns to me. Okay.
Oh yeah, body, not head. Headless body. Turns. No head. When she turns, she's blood just soaking. Looks like under like a padded armor. Looks like it's a warrior of some form. And she lurches towards you. But past her, you can see the little girl is hiding under a tower shield that's all beat to shit. Like a big kite shield, blowing on the horn, trying to get someone's attention as she's hiding. It turns and runs at you. Me and you are going to be fighting right now.
All right.
Now, for the audience, I have my stats for this person.
God.
She pulls out this nimble, thin, long spear with little barbs on the end of it. I am going to be rolling a audience. I'm rolling. The audience might know who this is. I'm going to roll this though. I'm rolling a D8, a D6, and a D8 together. So 2D8 and a D6. I'm immediately opening with a smite. So I'm rolling a D12. Grab my dice. D12, a D6, a D8, and a D8. What's your dice pool?
I have a D10 with my flail.
Do you want to smite?
And a smite, yes.
So you're going to go for a D8. Cool. Would you like any cards to assist you in this? Would you like a D4 and a D6?
Yes, please.
These are some old cards from Kelly. Since we haven't seen her in a year, I feel like she's here in spirit. So D4 and a D6.
All right. D4, D6,
I'm going to roll.
D10.
And you're going to roll. They sent the right person, I will tell you that.
Good.
Oh, I'm so... But I am sorry. Okay. So, without saying numbers yet, because this is important, because this is a duel, pick your highest die. That's your damage die. Put that aside. Decide how many of the gambits you have you want to add as a +1. And then if you have a strong gambit, an 8 or higher, you can do one of the other options, but I get no roll against it. Okay? I know what I'm doing. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm good.
I'm going to also spend my 15 points that I have, way more than that cash. I'm going to up my other gambit to a superior gambit.
What do you mean 15 points?
Well, all the cards that are played, I get points. There's a little +1, +2, +3 at the bottom, and I get those points to spend.
Oh, fun.
Just like you guys do.
Excellent.
You guys get way more than I do. I don't
It's
want to hear
true,
any
it's
whining from you. So I'm going to do 13 base points of damage. And then I'm going to do a superior gambit to disarm you.
Okay,
You get no roll against it.
great.
What is your numbers?
So I rolled a 10 for my damage,
Oh, that's good.
and I did get one gambit, which I see her running in. I want to have her try to roll to repel her away.
So I would
Not
like
for
to
that.
use my other gambit, my regular one that I didn't use for damage, to try to deny you with my smite.
Ooh, all right.
I have a 18 spirit.
Oh my.
13. No. So your highest die goes, I believe it's the highest die. I'm going to double check it for you.
Oh, my.
Use after an attack roll against your ally within his arm's reach. Discard one attack die. I would like whatever rolled that 10 to go away.
So that 10 is gone. All right.
Now what do you got? Now do your damage again.
I can't. That was my highest thing.
Cool. You come in, she parries it with the spear, and runs you through for 13 points of damage. And not only does she parry it, she disarms you with that spear gambit. Boom, runs you through. Now, the way damage will work is you get your armor off this, and then you get your guard off of it. The guard is now zeroed out, and then it goes to your vigor.
Well, here's the thing. I also took damage earlier.
You did get your
Fight.
guard back. That did come back. Guard always replenishes after fights. So, minus armor, take your guard off, take vigor damage. Are you still standing?
Oh, hold on. I did that wrong.
Because this is going to be important.
Yes.
Because I'm going to pull up the rules for scars.
You did a total of 13?
13 damage, yeah. Minus your armor, minus your guard. Did I do it one, at least half your vigor?
Yeah.
Are you still standing?
You see that the spear and just this green, like green blood just starts dripping out of his mouth.
Oh, is that, are you,
And
are
his
you
head-
down?
His head goes forward.
You died?
He's, okay, so this is important. Scars. The die that caused the scar. So here's how you get scars and stuff. I want to take this to the full group now.
Oh god.
You hear it? What did you yell when you get hit? Like, it's quick. You came through the door. It turns.
No,
she moves so deftly.
I would think he gets nothing out. It's just it's so fast. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
like right through the straight arm.
So the way it works is take the die that caused the scar and roll it again, consulting the table below for the specific scar. If you get a scar, we'll see if that happens. You're currently at vigor 0. You're exhausted. You're exhausted and cannot attack if you have moved that turn. That's if you're at vigor 0. Victims are only slain or mortally wounded if their virtue was reduced by damage, never as a result of virtue loss. I did damage. So that you're not exhausted, you're downed. Because I did damage to you. Did I do all of that stat in one blow?
What was left? Yes, I had 8 left.
But not your total. Not your total in one blow.
No, not my total. What it was.
So you
What
are
I did.
currently down. The camera pans back outside. The two of you hear nothing. The blowing stops. You see the little girl climb out over the rail, hanging as she's climbing around the ledge trying to get away. What do you two want to do?
Do we hear the big thud?
You don't hear shit. It's 5 floors up in a fucking stone tower. A crumbly stone tower. You don't hear
I'm
nothing.
still like on top of Baxter.
Yeah, you're inside the dining hall on that first floor.
She's going to instantly, when she sees the kid dangling.
That's
basically-
outside. You'd have to be outside to see that.
Oh, I thought it was inside, like
That's
basically like
outside.
hanging the spiral, like a
Nope.
staircase or something.
Nope.
Okay.
It goes basically two solid floors of building, 6 floor tower in the back. You have to be
Okay,
outside
I
to
was
see it.
thinking that she was
I'm
inside
telling the
just hanging out.
audience what they're doing.
That's
You,
right.
Toe Dude, don't even
Yeah.
know she's climbing
Okay,
right now.
no. Then that okay.
You hear nothing. You hear a lot of footsteps running. It gets silent as he hits the 5th floor. It's been a little bit of time.
I think we need to go and see what's going on.
Are you going to
Yeah,
wait
quite, yeah.
long enough for all of the dust to have settled as he ran up there? All that
Oh, yeah.
black
If
dust.
we've noticed, yes, if we've noticed the dust.
Like covering,
Yeah.
doing as much as we can to try to not inhale. Especially me, because I'm still coughing in
Yeah.
between covering.
Coffee.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you wait a couple minutes. Is that pretty
Yeah.
fair?
Yeah.
Wait a couple minutes. If you wait a couple minutes, you hear a thud finally. It's quiet, but you do hear it as you're listening. There's a thud thud.
Thomas!
No response.
Thomas!
Nothing. God
That
damn it.
is not good.
No. We should.
Baxter can fit upstairs. It's just going to be tight fits. It's going to be hard to fight from the back. Baxter's die damage, D6, will go down to a D4 because it's tight quarters in here. Or you can dismount and run.
I think she's going to just take Baxter carefully up the stairs.
You're taking Baxter, okay? Are you coming along as well, Key Knight?
Yeah, I would follow.
All right. Are you going to get on the mount with her? Or are you going to walk? Are you going to run, I should say, run.
I'll run behind.
All right. So as you take up the rear, you're going through the dust. It is lowered down. If you waited long enough, it's all on the ground. You can see it. Him running through does kick some of this dust back up. I need both of you to give me 1 spirit save. And then if your stat has been lowered, by the way, it is your new number you roll against.
Yeah, it was 7, but I have a 5 now.
Okay. Ooh. All right.
Yep.
So natural 20s, what happens?
That's
Oh!
bad. That's bad. Well, you can use Nessie's patch from earlier that we didn't use if you'd like.
Thanks, Tess.
Reroll that D20.
Yeah. No, not again. Please no.
It's a 16. Yeah, it's over my.
Well, here's the good news. It's only 2 spirit. Spirit, it's not
Oh, 2
permanent. So
more?
yeah, 2 more spirit damage.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't go to 0. If spirit goes to 0, you are impaired, and you're only going to be rolling a single D4
Oof.
if it goes down. You can group up, you can do stuff like that, you can combo fight, but it goes to a D4.
Okay.
So guard is totally down for him. He's on the ground. Your spirits are lowered. You run up to the floor. As you get to that top 5th floor coming around, you can see the feet of the Machinite sticking out the doorway.
Get in. With caution.
Esme, you're going to have to get him out of the way.
You can walk over
I don't
top of
want
him
to-
if you want. You could squeeze through the doorway with your.
I don't want Baxter to trip in my head.
He
I'm
won't.
thinking,
There's no rule like that kind of stuff. Nah.
Okay, good. Okay.
I will say Lemmy is right. Lemmy said maybe.
You said this was brutal. So
Lemmy
I just
said
didn't
maybe
wanna...
you should have just went to the inn.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that.
Yeah. Now we have regrets. We
Hey,
have regrets.
save the realm, protect the people, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
that's
It's
true.
true. That's we're doing our duty.
So are you gonna walk over top and you're gonna drag him out and look at him?
I will drag him out and see what's happening.
All right.
Yeah.
So virtues can only be restored by 3 means: consuming a specific type of remedy, which that will do vigor for that kind of stuff, like sustenance or a remedy would do that, or you have to spend a full day in warm hospitality that will also recover vigor. Obviously, those are not things you can have them right now, and you don't have a potion.
No.
All right.
But for spirit, it's different.
Spirit, you have to skip a season to get spirit back, or consuming sacrament, which takes one of the 3 phases of the day, or indulging in your passion as a knight. Everybody has their own passion.
Oh, yes.
Remedies are a sizable bundle of materials, but they're things like potions and weird teas and, poultices that you put on you and things like that that can remedy stuff. And they take a phase as well to work, so they're not immediate in this game.
But we have that tea set. Who has
You
the tea set?
you have a sacrament, not a remedy. That'll help your spirit if you can get to that. And that takes a whole phase of the day. There's only 3 phases of the day.
Oh,
No
no,
time to do
no
it right now.
understanding how we can. No, not
Yeah.
not now. I'm talking about later.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
The other thing is the virtue is restored before resolving things. So like if we do this, we have to resolve anything on my end. All of your stats, the things that you're doing, will get resolved before I make any rolls on my end, making sure that you're hale and healthy. But we do have the guy on the ground. He does not look good. He is pretty beat up. He may not make it out of this situation. You see no one else. You see nothing. You see the
no
same thing
one.
I told him. The mirror, a table, a bunch of books. There's no one here. You ran up the spiral, so they either went up, they went out a window, whatever the fuck happened. There's no one blowing the horn. There's just a kite shield laying on the ground. That's it. That's all you see from this 5th floor.
I think we need to take him to get him some medical help and maybe just get out of here and just.
You don't see the little girl anywhere either.
But we didn't know there was a girl.
You saw her outside originally blowing the horn. You saw the girl in the blue jump. You did not see her climb over the rail later because you were already in the building. You did see her blowing the horn earlier.
Let me do one sweep of the room before we leave.
Are you going to
have
actually
to
try to
look
like
for the
look for her, like if she's hiding here or something?
Yeah.
All right, so you go out and you go over the rail. When you look down on the roof below, which is you're on the 5th floor, so 2 stories down. I need the audience to throw me a d20. She has a 1 in 10 chance, so basically 1 to 10, that she climbed down successfully. If she didn't, she fell and she's dead.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
And it will be Diana's fault.
Well,
What? It only makes sense. You get your teeth in. Give me a d20 roll.
no.
1 to 10, and the girl is safe. 1 to 10 from the audience. Yes, you can patch your own rolls. I'm fine with that. Star Drew's already in it. 17.
Oh.
Boy, that's a really bad roll, my guy.
Oh my gosh.
That's oh no, wait. Who rolled first? Serving hands did. Okay. Does anyone want to
no.
patch that 17? That's a really, it's a really bad roll.
Baby teeth.
No, you
Baby.
didn't. You're not Star Drew. She rolled first. Do we want to patch that, or are we going to let the little girl die?
Oh no!
One possible squire down. Well, are we going to patch it? Serving hands is laughing. I don't think she's patching this.
No.
Oh, no.
Nope,
Baby teeth.
not at all.
Baby teeth.
She looks like she's just gifted it. Fucking it happened. She gave the shoulders. When you look out and over, the blue dress covered in red, it's turning purple
God.
as she's bleeding out 2 stories below. Looks like she's like 10 to 15, young teenager.
So sad. We'll have to come back and give her a proper burial. Do you want me to stay with him and you see if there's anything else happening? Or should we just leave?
Are you sure that we don't know what did this to him? And if it's still here in this room or close by? Are you sure?
No, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's maybe up there. I mean, we.
Is he? He's not even breathing.
No.
He doesn't breathe.
It doesn't breathe.
It's so hard to tell
I
if
don't
he's
know
gonna
if he was
make it.
able to do that before.
That's why I looked up the rules for dying. I'm like, oh, I can't say anything because he doesn't fucking breathe. They don't know. They've never had this happen with him before. Listen, they don't all end up like Bran Stark, all right? Wow.
Fine.
Wow.
You
Wow.
stay here. See if you can get him to move or something. I'll be back.
So are you going to go up or down? You already went all the way up the tower, but you didn't search the bigger floors.
Esme mentioned going up, so she's gonna go up.
All right, go up. So as you go up to the top, on the spiral around, you can see the stairs and the hatch is open to the 6th floor. Your mount won't fit fit through the hatch. It's man-sized.
So with that, she's going to climb up.
You climb up to the top. At the top of it, there are, what is it? 7 poles that come up made of metal at the top of this tower. And they have wires that come across, and you can see there's a ring where he looks like he probably sets his staff in it to do whatever his ceremony is up here. But right now, the person who is headless is standing with the ring at their neck, pushing it down over the stump that is left. And you're walking up behind this person as they're doing that. So they put the ring over the neck. And you start hearing the whispers of snakes in the area again, coming from your bow. What do you want to do? You left your friend to floor down, so.
Shoot her with the bow.
With that, no, I mean the snakes have spoken, the vipers have spoken, and she's going to take aim.
They sound like they're speaking to her and not you. That's not like before you could hear it, like it was in your head. Now it's just in the air.
Do I recognize?
Absolutely. Exactly what you're thinking? Yes.
She runs to go back down the way that she came.
Oh. Do you jump back on your mount and take them, like, have it backpedal
No.
down?
What she's doing, I'm trying to climb back down to get to Baxter.
Yeah, you just come through the hole back. Basically, it's just a piece that flips up, and you just walk down the
Yeah.
stairs. Yeah.
She's
You
gonna
hear
take one of her arrows.
the hissing, and then you hear a lightning bolt and thunder.
She's gonna take the arrow
Okay.
that she was gonna use initially
Yep.
before this hearing that.
Yep.
She's going to lift the satchel.
Okay.
And she's
Oh,
going to dip.
you got to. That's not how it works. What does it say you had
No.
to do with it?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's a method. There's a
Oh,
method. There's
all
a
right.
whole thing. Dipping the arrow, the end of the arrow, so
Mm-hmm.
that there's blood. Looks like it's now, what is it?
Old and
A little bit
viscous.
more viscous, like
Mm-hmm.
like not gelatin, but what is it? Coagulate.
Yeah, it's coagulated. Yeah, absolutely.
Once she does that, she's going to across. So she's going to
Lick it.
she's
You
going
can
to
say
what?
this is a rated R channel. You can lick blood here. It's
Yes.
okay.
No, I said she's gonna
Oh, all right.
visually. Yeah.
All right. Are you gonna go back?
And then she's going
up?
to go right back up.
So as you head back up the stairs, I wasn't sure how it was gonna work. You can see electricity around the ring, and you can see what looks like scales growing out of the hole of the stump, like blossoming out of it. You gonna try to shoot me? Is that your plan? Cool. All right. Well then,
Yep. She's
get your,
going to
get your dice pulled
take that
together.
aim. Yep.
I'm gonna
Yep.
get my dice pulled together. I don't get my D12. Lucky you. But I do get a D6,
Okay.
a D8, and a D6. I did not fail last time. I don't have a really good. I know. Fuck it. I'm gonna smite. I might get fatigued out of this. I'm gonna smite you. All right. I got my dice pool.
Okay.
Roll yours. I'll roll mine.
Okay.
Is there any special feats you want to use? Do you want to smite? Do you
Yes,
want to?
I'm going to use my ability.
And you can only use smite abilities, or do you just use them? But smiting, unless it says as a roll. But using a feat, you can only do one per dice roll. Do you want to smite or deny or do any of that kind of stuff? I'm smiting.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to do smite. I'm actually going to I'm going to do focus actually,
Oh, okay.
and then
And what does focus do?
focus? I can perform a gambit without a die. I have to pass a clarity,
All right.
or risk becoming fatigued, and I use it after rolling my attack.
Yep. Yep. All right.
And then I would still get that D12 in addition to the D6. I'm assuming.
D12 is smiting only.
No. It says for my ability.
Oh, your ability.
I
Yeah.
get it.
Yep, correct. Yeah. You get it. Would you like a couple cards to go with this? Let me see.
Oh yes, please.
Let me see what we got here. Give me a second. NBLs. I'm gonna do. Boy, we can get spicy with this. Oh, let me put GIF. Do we have enough? Yeah, we don't have 10 gifts. I was gonna say you could even make something up here like a ballista to fucking shoot them as well if you wanted, but we don't have enough. We are gonna go. Let's see what we got here. Cards. Would you like to up your armor by 1?
Oh yes, that's nice.
All right, so we'll armor you up by 1. That's a blue card. That's some serving hands. So it means you can't use another blue. That's it. There's no other real purples or anything like that we can use.
Fine.
So that's an armor up. All right, I rolled. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't do that good.
Okay.
So what's your highest die?
Okay.
Mine's...
I didn't roll yet.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I did really bad.
Oh, come on. 11.
Yeah.
I am really preoccupied. So that means you're starting with 11 damage.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
I do not have a single gambit.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to spend my last 10 points and boost my 2 to a 4, so I at least have 1 gambit.
Oh, and I do have a gambit because of the fact that
we're going to get to that. My highest die damage on the D12 was 5.
Oh.
I would not boost the damage. I am going to, looking at the list of options, I am going to... I'm going to try to repel. I'm going to try to kick you away from me. So my max damage is 5. What are you currently sitting at? And what do you want to do with your gambits?
Okay. My max or my damage is 11.
Okay.
And then I'm going to actually, because I'm trying to visually see where we're at. So you said that there's
She's in the center. She's got the ring over the stump of her head. Scales are blossoming like out of it, like almost like flowers. And there's lightning traveling through those 7 rods down the wires to the ring. And she has picked up her spear with the one hand to stab, but it looks like she's trying to shove you back down the steps. But it doesn't matter. It's simultaneous, so...
Impair. I'm going to try to impair...
Impair is on their next action. That would impair their weapon.
Oh, okay, on the next, so it's not currently.
Correct.
If that's the case...
You can just bolster your damage if you want. Which plus 1 damage for a 4. You could try to move them. You could try to, like, actually kick them out from the ring if you want. We don't know what'll happen, but you could, it's called repel.
For stopping her from moving forward.
I'm not moving at all. I'm standing still and stabbing at you. Stop is to stop him from moving. Repel is to push him away.
So not like to block her from being able to move the following turn. Okay.
No, nope. It's a foe from moving next turn. So yeah, you can stop her from moving. She looks like she's moving right now. She's like letting the
I would say
lightning strike
repel
her.
because of the fact that I still need distance between us in order to be able to fire another shot.
Okay, so you're gonna try to repel. So start with your highest damage die. Push that gambit aside for the repel. Do you have any other gambits left?
No, just the one.
All right. So what's your damage then? That's what I need to know.
That was I thought it was the 11.
Whatever your highest is, 11. Okay. Yeah, I just need to know because I got to track.
Yeah.
11. I took some from him. No, not really a lot. No, I didn't take any. I disarmed him. That's right. So 11 minus my armor, which I'm only wearing the padded right now, which is 1. So that's 10 minus my guard, which I won't say out loud, which is okay. I am still standing. I had to make a save versus you. I'm gonna make it versus my number. I need to switch this so people can't see the enemy. Let's go to this one.
She will say something when she shoots it.
I gotta roll. Okay. I do not get repelled by you. I rolled under my number, which is really low.
Darn it. Okay.
But I do take the damage. She takes the hit, and she starts to drop to a knee while they're holding on to it. You through the hisses. You just hear it say, "Flee." Run, child, run. That's all you hear. And then we go downstairs. Diana, what's the Key Knight gonna do with the Mock Knight laying on the ground?
I'm gonna try and get him down the stairs so that we can get him for help, like just
While you're dragging him, can I please have my Mock Knight roll a D12 for the scar that you got from this fight?
Ooh. That is a 6.
A 6. A gouge, which is pretty right. Flesh torn from the bone. When you get stitched up, if your max guard is 6 or less, increase it by a D6.
What?
Yeah, scars are. Yeah, I told you scars make you more powerful in this game.
That's true.
So you have a huge. Like, I'm assuming it's through your center. They found the hole in the body chassis. There's a full penetration through. So mark down that you have a gouge as a 6. You're not dead. So dying in this game is weird. The only way you really die is if you think it makes sense, or if you take all of your pool for your vigor in one blow. Then you don't get a choice. That didn't happen. You only took part of it. So you're downed. You could be saved. We'll see how bad it is, how long it takes. You're dragging him down the stairs. You hear footsteps downstairs.
I stop.
You hear yelling, Key Knight, Mock Knight, are you here? Because they would call you by your titles. And you hear other
Yes.
guards that have come back.
Yes.
Then you hear the booming voice of the Meteor Knight. What
Yes,
is going on?
I'm a fallen knight. The barded knight is still upstairs trying to fight whatever's up there. I'll check the room out. I don't know.
You would hear a thunderous boom, and you don't hear his voice anymore. You hear the other knights downstairs, and they start running up the stairs to you to assist you. So, take us back upstairs. As she's dragging him downstairs, the knights will meet you, Key Knight. They'll pick up his body. They'll help take it downstairs. Are you going to follow them, or are you going to go back up?
I'm gonna go back up.
So you start sprinting back upstairs. As you see her knocking another arrow, are you going to lick another arrow, dip and lick, and fucking shoot?
Yeah, but you hear when I'm knocking it back, and it's a possibility. I'm not sure if Esme made it in time.
I would say
told me-
probably.
You told me I was to be your spear, the protector of the realms, and then she's going to release the arrow.
It's me and you again. Let's go. You run upstairs. Are you going to aid her in any fashion to be able to give her a D8 to what she's doing, Diana? As you ran back up, it becomes a team environment now, where it's both of you versus whatever she's firing at.
Yes, I would help her ask questions later.
I mean, you could even just be like, I'm here. Like, it could be anything to even just aid or bolster her confidence.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You just add a D8 is what you're doing.
Yeah, I'd be like, Eleonora! As I'm running up the stairs, I'm here.
So, Diana, roll a D8. I'm going to oppose you with my dice.
Okay.
And we're going to go cards. Don't tell numbers or anything. We're going to go cards and everything afterwards. Fuck, man, I did. Whew. So, would you both, since you both are fighting, and this is a combo, you can only use one green, one blue, one purple for both of you. Would somebody like another armor up card, or would you like a 1-up card, which means you can take a 1 to 3 and make it a gambit? You can just make a gambit out of a failed die roll.
I'm good.
Okay. Did you have any failed dice that you would like to make a gambit?
No failed
Okay.
dice.
So then that doesn't get played. Would you like to expend a blue die to get another D6 to your roll?
Yes.
All right, we're going to expend a 1-up, add another D6 to your roll.
Let's go.
That 1 point is enough for me to boost one of mine to make sure I have at least one gambit. All right. I did really well and really bad.
Okay.
I did my feat, so I'll have to roll out. I did not do my feat. I'll have to roll afterwards. I'm going to, before you tell me what you're doing, I'm going to deny your attack and try to parry the arrow. I parry the arrow. Whatever die the arrow was, throw it away. It doesn't matter.
It was
And
a
you know
12.
she's good at this, so boom, and knocks it out of the air. But all your other stuff still counts. So that was, I still get my gambit. What is your highest number now? Diana, what did you roll?
I rolled an 8.
Is that higher than any of yours, Barb Knight?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you take the 8 as the highest. Now allocate your gambits. I have a 12.
Oy.
I had a 12 as well, but it's gone.
I denied
Ooh.
12, and with my 4, I'm going to try to repel you again and push you down the stairs.
Can I be behind her? To like 8? That would be my 8.
You know, I mean, sure, you kind of catch her, but she's trying to
Is
push
it
her off the rooftop. And I'm
if I
trying to
trap a
repel.
shield?
I don't have a shield.
No, I say for
You still do
Can I-
damage. You just take your highest die roll now, which is the 8 from her, and then you do your gambits on top of that. You could have shot and then like charged in and hit her with the bow, like whatever you want it cinematically to look like. But I parried that fucking arrow.
okay.
I'm Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon the fuck out of that shit. So you get to make the cinema for it. That's totally up to you. Whatever makes sense. She runs up, says, "I'm here for you." You shoot it, I parry it, and then you get to add your dice together. So I'm doing 12 damage to you and repelling you. You will roll versus my repel when we get to that. But you are taking 12 damage.
Okay.
That means armor first, reduces that down. If you have any guard left, that reduces it down. And then you take it to vigor.
Yep. So it's my guard was 4.
So what's your armor?
was increased by 2. Remember, I took the thing, so it's 2.
So that was last round. That's gone now. It's only
It
for
was
one
gone?
round. Yeah, it's only for one.
It's
Armor
only- it
increases.
doesn't just stay.
Yeah, it's only for
Oh.
one round. No.
Oh, that's 1. So that's 5.
So
5
so
before it gets
12.
to my
So the
vigor.
way it actually works is 12. You knock it down by 1 to 11 because armor is forever. Guard is not. Once your guard's gone, bitch is
Oh,
gone.
okay.
So you
But
can
my
add it
vigor's
in
at an
this
8.
time if you want, but it's gone after that.
Okay.
So you take 8
With-
points to vigor then. Right?
Wait.
1 plus your guard. If what's your guard? 4.
4.
So you have 5 in total with your armor, we'll say, for this one. You're reducing
Oh,
the
I'm
12
gone.
down.
I'm dead.
12 down. So 11, 10, 9, 8, 6. Sorry, 6. So 7 damage. You'd be taking 7 damage.
Oh, okay. It was not 8.
No, it would have been
Because
12
I was like, I'm
minus
dead,
1,
if
which
that's
is
the case.
11.
Okay.
Minus your guard. Wipe your guard off at 0 now.
Okay.
And then you would take the rest of your vigor. You're not dead, you go down. It's not the same. You don't die, you go down. If you're at
no,
0.
but it's you said if it's vigor, if it's taken all away in one blow, you're gone.
You have a chance of a mortal wound, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I am at 1 then.
So you're not. You're still standing, but you do take a scar. Roll a d12. Let's figure out what your scar is.
Okay.
Bring it back over so the audience can see that too.
Star twins.
Oh, actually, I already had it up. It's my bad. So d12. Roll a d12. Tell me the number.
8.
An 8. Tear. Something taken in a violent struggle. So I'm Spartan kicking you away, I think. Roll a d6 for me. Oh, this is what the spear takes from you. Oh, God. Roll a d8. Do a d6. What'd you get?
5.
A 5. You lose an eye.
Oh!
As she pierces you back, boom, and hits you in the eye and takes the eye away and pushes you off the stair.
Gnarly.
Do you get repelled? You need to make your vigor save
Okay.
at your current number.
Oh yeah. No.
You could
no.
roll it. Okay, so you also
It's a
get
4. It's a
so you
4.
get stabbed in the eye. You stumble backwards into the Key Knight's arms. Yeah, lightning hits her. After lightning hits, you see a something hit her where all the the scales coming out. You see something hit the stump and explode her body into pieces as the Meteor Knight lands where she's at. The Meteor Knight rolled a 12, a 10, an 8, a 6, a 6, and a 4.
Whoa.
Holy crap.
And just obliterates her. You are now wearing pieces of her in the stairwell. Which means I also need our knight missing an eye to make me a spirit roll. Because she knows why. Did he do a superhero pose? No serving hands. He did not do a superhero pose.
I love Squi.
There's no Wonder Woman land for him as an old man, which would be hilarious, but or not Wonder
It
Woman.
wasn't
Black Widow.
horrible, but I mean, it could have been better.
Okay, you also take 1
because
point
it-
as spirit
yes.
as you are wearing this
Yes.
other person. With that,
Yep.
the moon, like while it's lit up, gets covered in this black cloud as she explodes into pieces. As the second omen for this specific myth is vanquished. There's a bunch of black scenes and like dragging bodies through, taking you downstairs, getting you patched up. There's the mock night on a table as a carpenter is brought in to do repairs and a seamstress comes in to start resewing the silk on him. There's time of you sitting in the key knight sitting in the room with each of these individuals getting patched and fixed up as well.
Oh,
Not only are you wounded over this, we are going to pass an entire season to get you guys back up and running. The reason why is vigor is restored by consuming sustenance, but spirit takes a season. Both of you are wounded enough to where doing a sacrament or indulging in a passion is going to be really hard to do right now. One's unconscious with a hole through him. The other one's missing an eye and her brain got tickled. So we're going to be doing a little bit of downtime as the season passes. That means that your guard is going to come back full. Your vigor and spirit will come back full as well as you're taking care of for all three of you. As it cuts through kind of the caretaking scene over the seasons. Now, the way that this works is also, if you lose an eye or something like that, it takes X amount of time before you're okay with being blind again, but it does get it to where you're good. But after you're patched up, your max guard, if it is 8 or less, roll a d6 and add it to your guard. So roll a d6 and add it to your total normal guard. Same for Adam. Mock Knight, roll a d6 and add it to your total guard.
Just did mine. A little bit.
Okay,
But
that was
better.
a 6. Yeah. So
When you're
Wow.
patched
Roll a
up
6.
nice.
towards the end of the season, the Meteor Knight would
That's
call for the three of you once you're up and running again to meet him on your own. In the center of the room would be parts of the scaled remains of a head. And you could hear the hissing, and you could hear a voice in there of the Barbed Knight. Not the current one, but the previous. And with it on the table, it's just like a leather shell of scales. But you can tell it's her. He says, I have never in my life seen a seer form from the death of someone else. Before I can permit you to stay in my holding, I need an explanation of what in the realms is going on. I've patched you up. I've made sure you're all good, that you're able to be mobile, to work for the realm. But I need to know what the hell just happened in my home. And with that, we're going to cut as we pass a season for the evening. We're going to pick up here a season later. We are going to go to secret time for just a few minutes to patch up and make sure all of our stuff's done. And also, the Key Knight is going to get a gift from the Meteor Knight over that season of downtime. So that is it for us tonight. Wave bye, everybody, for
Bye,
episode
friends.
one.
Thank you guys.
Nice.
That was freaking crazy. I died.
Crazy.
Well, almost died.
I mean, look, you die in every episode. You die in every season. You die.
Yeah,
I'm a pirate.
I have to.
Arr.
Arr.
I know she's already looking across the room, going, "Do I have an eye patch that would work?"
I am. I literally
Yeah.
was like, there's nothing that I can grab quickly, unfortunately.
That's it for us, everybody. For those who have secret time shirts, meet us over there. I will get Brianna set up with her. I'll be on there for like 15 minutes. But bye, everybody, and we'll see you next Monday for episode 2. Maybe they'll actually get